Jess.
We headed to the Citadel, travelling through the Tempest of Tears. Eartha warns Abbot of a Cambion named Damon. Samura contacts Riverlan to let him know we're on the way to complete the task in Candlekeep. We come into combat with a troll and some goblins in the Fields of the Dead. Samura casts Thunder Wave from the back of the cart and causes damage to everyone, especially Eartha and Jade.
Yep.
Sorry, I thought someone laughed. It's revealed
I
that
did.
we both went to the bridge and that Samura stole a stone from the Tempest of Tears, assigned by Faust. This angers Caitlin. Faust says that the stone should be studied and tells Samura to take the stone to Alcris in Candlekeep. A group of Caitlin's friends go to kill Faust, who is an archmage, and Caitlin demands Samura take the stone back to where it came from. Eartha becomes knighted in the morning under much persuasion from Ramas because Caitlin classes Eartha as somewhat a traitor. Eartha, Anya, Samura and Fleur arrive at Baldur's Gate in the Black Gate district. A piece of paper falls from a notice board plastered with Eartha's face on it and the words "Wanted." And that's where we left off.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Jess. Just before we continue, actually, this just occurred to me. I haven't given you guys inspiration in about 10 episodes, which is my mistake. So just for the evenness, this probably isn't quite right. You probably should have more, but just so I don't overpower you this session, you guys can each give yourself 3 inspiration, because you've all definitely done at least 3 things that are worth inspiration since I last gave them to you. And Jackson uses them like goes through them like a wildfire. So
yeah, it's because I rolled nat ones on nat ones.
Nat ones and nat ones, baby.
Should pick the lucky
So yeah, like Jess said, where we ended, a piece of parchment that had been nailed to a notice board near the Garrenmore stables in the Blackgate district had fluttered through the wind and attached itself to Eartha's leg of his new plate mail armor. Actually, while we're here, have you upgraded your armor class?
Yes.
Cool. And when he bent down to remove it and chuck it away, he caught his own image on it and realized this was a wanted poster for himself. Though no name was provided, just the sketch and a kind of loose description and a bounty. So in response, he kind of quickly folded it away, put it into his plate mail, and put on his new helmet to cover his face. So yeah, you guys are standing in the Blackgate district. Probably at this time, Anya, Samura, and Fleur, your doppelganger friend from Subar, you've all finished, you 3 have finished stabling away your 2 horses and cart with the Garrenmore stables. There's probably a fee, but it's so insignificant that it's pointless actually going through it. So you guys get those stabled up. You find Eartha kind of waiting for you with his helmet on. Yeah, you guys are in the Blackgate district. So this is a district of the outer city. So, you've got the walls of Baldur's Gate in front of you and the town around you, and the actual Black Dragon Gate with a stone Black Dragon's head above it that leads in. And yeah, this part of the outer city, just like the other part of the outer city, which you hadn't quite been to, or at least none of you but Eartha, which he passed through, across the bridge and through the shanty towns. It's similarly quite poor. It's still the outer city, even though it's disconnected from the other neighborhoods or boroughs. So yeah, you guys are kind of standing around in the road, kind of horses trotting around you, people walking around you, moving out the way. Yeah, are you guys doing anything, or are you heading into the city?
I have a question.
Yes.
You said last time we were in Baldur's Gate, no big animal was allowed inside the city walls.
Yes.
Would newt count as a big animal?
No, the rough rule is, you would probably have heard these kind of stories told in taverns and stuff. The rule is no larger than a peacock. And a lot of the times you get merchants who bring comically large peacocks that have been breeded so they can try and sneak bigger animals into the city for sale. So a merchant who wants to sell big animals will bring a peacock that has been breeded over generations to be huge. So they can be like, you said no bigger than a peacock. I have a peacock right here that is bigger than this. But then the guards typically, you've met the Flaming Fist. They don't really like people mincing words, so usually that merchant gets socked in the face and sent back out the city. So yeah, Newt was probably about yay big, probably about a quarter the size of a peacock. You think you could definitely, or maybe half. You think you could? He'll definitely be all right.
Can I walk up to Ufa and go, the helmet? I haven't seen you pull it out since the dragon. Are you really that scared of him?
I'm just gonna look at him through the helmet, just kind of pass him the piece of paper.
I'll have a quick look down. Slide
Yeah,
it
so
back.
Samara, he hands you this strange piece of parchment, folded up, kind of hastily and hot. Not even like the two sides perfectly meeting each other, kind of slightly ajar, very quickly folded. You open it up, and kind of instinctively, you kind of like either like fold the pieces in again, or you kind of hold it close to you. Once you see the words "wanted" and the familiar face that you've been traveling with the past few, like the near. Actually, I believe, if I check myself on this. By the time you guys are arriving here, sorry, I'm trying to fill time while I check. The consulting the calendar, it is currently the 9th of Ches. So you guys have been together exactly a month today. The night you guys fought those Cyricists in the tavern was the 9th of Alturiac. So quite fittingly, you returned to Baldur's Gate exactly a month after you guys met. So yeah, it is the 9th of Ches. That's CHES, not like chess. It's like Ches. So yeah,
I'll slide
you
him
see
back
that.
the piece of paper, and I'll just go. So the helmet stays on.
Then how?
Yeah, Anya, you would have, you're part of this huddle, so you would have seen that. So Anya and Fleur will also be aware that there is a danger of you being spotted. But with your new you can quite clearly see the rendition of Itha's. It's very much kind of like your character portraits. It's only like the upper shoulder and the head, with a lot of detail on the head. The shoulders aren't as detailed, but you can very clearly see like the chainmail and leathers. Not like knightly plate mail. So with the helmet, with the new armor, he doesn't look recognizable unless he was to take the helmet off. And even then, the face isn't perfect. Like the nose is slightly wrong. The cheeks aren't quite right. The hair isn't quite right. But it still looks pretty much like him, just kind of slightly off. So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
I have two things.
Yeah.
I want to find a jeweler's so I can buy diamonds.
Okay.
And then I want to go to the temple to see Abbott to see if he's alright. And not
Okay, cool.
dead.
Does Samurai, do you have anything, or Anya, do you have anything you want to chuck in?
What time is it exactly?
When you guys are arriving here, you would have spent last night camping. With the time unsyncing, with Samurai, you walking a portion of the way, and then the others catching up via horse and cart. It's probably like you probably spent an extra night on the road than intended. So it's probably about midday. So on top of that, if you would know from memory, the best place you'd probably want to go is probably the Wide, back to the market where you'd met the Vistani and the little girl and that strange potions merchant, and and the tailor. You probably want to go there if you're looking to buy anything, just because people are bringing everything from all over there. Was there anything else, Samuro?
I was just checking that the Wide would be open. I'm gonna grab 10 gold off Ufa, and I'm going to head to the Flower Girl's shop in the Wide.
Okay. Anya, have you got anything you're interested in doing, or are you just those things?
Am I able to keep a lookout for any other wanted posters, just in the slight chance that our faces are plastered on some of them?
Sure. Make a. Do you guys actually? Do you guys want to split up? You both said you want to go to the Wide, but Eartha, you said you want to go to the temple as well. Do you guys want to go to the Wide first, then the temple, or do you guys want to split up?
I was intending of just going my own way.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Split up. Want to meet back at the Elsong Tavern later on then? Find somewhere else we can meet up so that at least we all know where we're going.
I think we could call it either the Elsong or Riverlands. An hour or two. Shouldn't take us too long.
Sounds good.
Cool. Jess, Anya, can you make a perception check?
I'm trying to get my dice out.
Those plastic boxes can be finicky.
Bear with me. Sorry.
It's all right. While you're doing that, so I imagine, Anya, stop me if you're wrong. I imagine you would rather go to. So are we saying? So how are you guys doing this actually? So, Eartha, where do you want to go first? Do you want to go the Temple or the Wide first?
Well, which one's close?
So the Black Dragon Gate, you enter through like an isolated courtyard, and then the Wide is pretty much there's like one block of buildings, and then you're at the Wide. The Hall of Wonders, where the High House. There's the High Hall, the Hall of Wonders, and the High House of Wonders, all right next to each other. It's very confusing, but it's meant to be. The Hall of Wonders, which is a small museum where Abbott works, is kind of close to Baldur's Gate, like the actual gate into the lower city that you're okay to pass through. So the Wide is closest, then the temple, then the gate to the lower city.
I'll walk with them to the Wide then.
Cool. What was your perception roll, Anya?
15.
15. Cool. While you guys are trotting over to the Wide, you kind of keep a specific eye. Any taverns you pass, any areas of like social gathering where they might put up wanted posters, especially around like guard posts and stuff. You kind of, you do catch a few wanted posters, and you think you see yourself at first, but then you realize it's just a woman who looks sort of similar. And as you get closer, it's not you. You don't see you or Samura. You maybe see one or two more renditions of Eartha, but he doesn't look like priority number one right now. He looks just like some criminal they're asking people to keep their eyes open for. They're not like actively looking for him or anything like that. As you guys get to the Wide, very familiar sight. This kind of at night, what is just a kind of semi-triangular shaped huge plot of land, bigger than blocks and blocks and blocks of buildings, kind of almost like an isolated gravel desert within the upper city, is now just littered with stalls and completely bustling with people of all ages, all genders, just kind of roughing through, trying to push past people, seeing what stalls have got. Kind of like a constant Black Friday, just really like massive people writhing as they push past each other. So Samura, you said you were going to look for the flower girl, and yes. Eartha, did you have a different goal, Eartha? Sorry.
Yes.
Gems.
Diamonds.
Well, we won't bother playing out the diamonds because obviously you know what you're looking for. How many? You do find several. It's not where there's not like one person selling books, one person selling maps, one person selling jewels. There are hundreds and thousands, like maybe even like upwards of like nearly 1,000 probably people flocking wares here. A lot of people selling different jewels of different values. Tell me what you're looking for and I'll tell you how many you can like scrounge.
I was looking to see if anyone would trade the amulet that's worth 1,200 for 4 diamonds worth 300 each.
Is that the sleep amulet?
No, the other amulet.
Was that not worth 2,500? Didn't you give that to Ramas?
No, I didn't give him that. I don't think I gave him that. I gave him my necklace, which he gave back.
Yeah, I thought.
I did. Yeah, I've crossed it out, so I did give him that. Yeah, just diamonds. Probably 1 or 2 diamonds worth 300 each.
Okay. Make an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, well, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
I don't
okay.
need another one.
You definitely you quickly find you find one stall that happens to have 1 diamond that's good enough for that, and he like very happily trades you for that. But then you actually find this kind of almost shady looking guy who's he seems to be, without saying it, kind of specifically selling it to adventurers who need them for reviving spells. And he's willing to sell you as many as you need. So you can find that many or more if you need.
Nah, just the 2 will be good.
Cool. Yeah. So you can get 3 total. So about 900 gold pieces. You said you wanted 3.
I said 2.
Yeah, you said 3 first, and then you got 1 from one guy, and then you found the other guy.
Did I say 3?
We'll check the recording later. You can buy as many as you want.
No, I just want 2. Just 2.
Yeah. Get 2. 600 then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. he eagerly takes it and gives you the 2 diamonds. Then, with Samura taking the lead, once you happen to find those diamonds, you guys, after actually make an investigation check, just a straight investigation check.
Just everyone.
Samura.
That's 23.
23. Sorry, I'm just pulling this up. Okay, yeah. After pretty quick, without much searching, really, you kind of come into the same encounter where you see her kind of talking to someone else, kind of the same shtick as last time, trying to get someone to come to her mother's flower stall, and she kind of sees you and she starts to dart between people, kind of avoiding you, but you kind of catch her and you manage to brush your way through the crowds until you eventually find a woman who looks older than her, but very similar, standing on top of a cart which is just brimming with flowers and floral arrangements, all different colors, all different types, kind of shouting for people to come and examine her flowers. And you see the familiar little girl kind of climbing up the wheel of the wagon and sitting next to her mother, kind of looking out over the crowd and making eye contact with you, and then looking up at her mother, and they just seem to start talking, and then after a moment her mother begins shouting again.
From what I saw, because I believe Ufas was the one of the wedding with the recognized.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I believe I tried to look at it before it was smashed, so I probably just have a faint idea of what the woman looked like, maybe a tiny bit.
Yeah, I'd say you got, and especially with, and you know, through any process, if like whether it's through the Ioun stone being passed around or just through magic he has or you guys have, he would be able to either magically give you a version of what he saw or like draw it down or describe it. So yeah, you've got like a pretty good idea of what she looks like.
Do I think it's the mother or the daughter in the future?
Looks like both. Doesn't look quite like the mother, but looks similar, almost like a sister. But then also has that facial recognition with the daughter. Looks adjacent to the mother. Doesn't look like it looks like the mother, but it's not the mother as far as you think.
Okay.
Or like you might actually, based off descriptions and a glance, you might think it's her, but if they're having seen it fully, would know it's like, no, it's just not quite right.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go down to the man down in the Druid. I'm gonna go down there.
Okay, so do you want to go with Eartha to the Hall of Wonders before you go through the gate, or do you want to separate off?
I'll just separate off and go straight to the Druid. Kind of give a little pat and go, remember the elf song.
Cool. Anya, are you staying with Eartha, or are you going to go off with Samura to see the Druid?
Or go your own.
Or go your own way.
I don't even know where I would go. I'll just go with Samura. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'll go kill him myself, yeah. I'll go with Samura.
So Samura mentions he's going to go see the Druid, and that kind of piques your curiosity, so you'll trot off with him down through Baldur's Gate. You know, you guys got into the city flashing your watch token, and same through Baldur's Gate, you don't have to pay the toll as long as you have these tokens that Goblin Benny graciously gave to you in return for the job you did at Eomain House. But yeah, so as you guys make your way through Baldur's Gate and the lower city, kind of from like, if you look at the map, Black Dragon Gate is the farthest away from Insight Park that you could possibly be. They're like polar opposite sides of the city. So you guys are pretty much walking like, I think the city's about a mile. Yeah, you're walking like a mile through city, through like urban sprawl to get there. So it'll take you guys about an hour or so to kind of make your way there. So while that's happening, Eartha, you spy 2 buildings. One is you recognize them. You don't recognize them, or you've seen them in passing. Well, the last time you saw them, they were damaged from the Iron Golem, like stomping about the place. But they've been repaired, both magically and engineering-wise. They are both in the Chisentin design, and by that I mean, so the smaller one is a kind of, it's still not small. It's like I think it's the Parthenon in Athens. Like that white temple with the pillars all along the outside. It's kind of like that, but it has a flat blue roof, probably about as large, except it's got 2 floors on the inner building. That is the Hall of Wonders. It's kind of a museum of Gond and his artificers that's open to the public for a small price. That's where Abbott kind of lives and works. The larger building, works. The larger building is much more impressive. It's massive, almost like a palace or a castle. Same kind of design, except it's not just a simple rectangular building. It's kind of got like semicircular edifices and branches and wings that go off the main building. Much more impressive, but you would know it's private. You can only get in there if you're an artificer or a cleric of Gond with permission from the High Artificer to go in. So you can't go in there, but you don't necessarily need to right now, because if you just pay like a little pittance, you can get into the museum and see Abbott. So you go up to this smaller Hall of Wonders, this rectangular building with these big Chisentin marble white pillars. You kind of slope up the marble steps, these kind of long, low steps, more regal than like is needed. And you get to the front door, and you're charged not a lot, 1 gold piece to enter. And quickly when you enter, you kind of, the first floor is pretty much just a museum. You see a lot of mechanical things, but nothing's like particularly like, wow, that's crazy. It's all just kind of inventions. So, like water pumps, water clocks, a lot of things that are like, inventions rather than like anything cool or combative, just like interesting, like mechanical inventions. And you do see Abbott, the half-elf. He's much more in his element than the last time you met him. The last time he was wearing kind of, what Indiana Jones might wear to a party. Like this guy, like he was wearing somewhat finery, even though he looked a little bit rugged. So Abbott's a half-elf. He's kind of got like a light bit of stubble down at the chin and as like a mustache. But yeah, very like liney. He's got like a top knot, like long hair that's been put up into a top knot, but there's a lot of strands that fall loose. He's kind of wearing workers' clothes, like engineer's clothes today. He's got like big gloves on. He's got like a huge apron. He's got bifocals on, so like round spectacles that have little lenses that can fall in front for like magnification or seeing with a colored lens. And you see him working on this, what's seemingly an invention. It is an exhibit. It is a mechanical arm made of gold and brass, and he's kind of tightening a screw, and he kind of like dodges back as he kind of tightens something, and a valve opens, and this plume of steam, this like hot white steam, kind of shoots out, and he kind of ducks, kind of allowing the glove to absorb a lot of the heat as he kind of presses it down and tightens the screw again. And as he tightens another bit, you see from like above where the hand of this mechanical arm is, this long sword, this blade shoots out in sections. And as he kind of like bangs it again, it folds back in as he keeps working away at it. Seemingly, it's kind of an unstable model, but he's kind of working away at it. And as he kind of like, as another plume of steam comes out and he's kind of fixing that, he kind of goes to bark an order at you, like, "Can you help?" "Oh, it's you." And he kind of like fixes it up, tightens it quickly, and takes a glove off and like slopes one of these big, heavy rubber gloves on top of it. And he goes to shake your hand. He's like, "It's good to see you."
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Just came to make sure you're like doing all right. Not,
Yeah, your message the other day was sounded rather urgent.
Yeah, sorry we left in a hurry. Stuff kind of started,
it's fine.
hitting the fan and everything, and then this all
I trust
happened.
you saw the upper city afterwards. It was lucky we got out when we did.
Yeah, do you know what happened to it? Where it went?
Oh yes. The Iron Golem wrecked much of the upper city. Most of the damage is fixed now through magic and manpower, but the artificers, us, not me, but obviously I was with you guys, but the rest of the artificers, and not so much the watch, and some wizard, and he kind of like points through the doorway. There is like one tower in Baldur's Gate, and he says some wizard lives there, I think. He was helping, but not much, wizards. But mostly the artificers were fighting it for a bit, and then the high artificer was the wide, obviously, it being night, was deserted, so the artificers lured it there so it didn't do any more damage, and the high artificer was taking it on himself when suddenly just vanished.
Vanished? As in, like gone? Like proof of smoke?
A lot of the artificers thought the high artificer had done something, cast some spell on it, but he claims it was not him. It just vanished mid-melee, and hasn't reappeared since, and it's been a while, so we trust we are safe.
How long ago was that?
It was probably about,
26 days, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it would have been that would have happened somewhere, I can't get it quite right, but between 25 and 28 days. Yeah, so about 26 days approximately.
Wonder if Damien has it.
Who is do you say that out loud, or are you just saying that in your head?
I'll say that out loud.
I do not recall this name. Is this the Cambion that irks you?
Yeah. You haven't happened to see him, have you? Like a Cambion walk around? Because you have that magic item, right? That can see people.
Yeah, he kind of, with the glove he's taken off, you can see that ring, and he kind of waggles it at you, and he's like, "Yes, I've seen no Cambions. A few tieflings. One owns a shop somewhere, but I've seen her out on a run a few times, but no Cambions, no wings. Yeah, no Cambions. I feel like I would have remembered Cambion. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Nah, yeah, he's a weird fellow. Don't like him at all, and he's definitely here to do harm.
Well, I pray you take care of him quickly. Is that what you intend to do?
That's the hope. And then off to Candlekeep, I think.
Very good. Do you need? Oh, before you leave, do you need? You intend to go to Candlekeep? Do you have means of access?
We have some ideas, but we don't know if they're going to work as such. Like we have books, we have a few spells we can hand in, being developed as we go along. But obviously, we don't know what's going to be accepted when we get there.
Well, if I trust you saw the bigger Hall of Wonders across the way, there is a Artificer library inside. I'm sure if you need, in as thanks for helping me not die that night in the upper city, I'm sure I can wrench something out of there that might get you access.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, and I'll go to shake his hand again.
Very good.
Keep safe, buddy.
As he shakes your hand. Yeah, very good. And let me know if there's anything. And he kind of tightens his apron, and he says, "Back to work." And he kind of moves his binoculars down, and he puts on these big, heavy, like welding goggles. And as he waves you off and puts the glove back on and gets back to work on this mechanical golden brass arm.
I would like to get the sending stone out that Jackson gave me. My bad, Samara gave me, and I want to send in Samara through the stone.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
What colour was the arm that you saw getting attached to someone, and what side of the body was it on?
I don't remember, Brad, so I don't reply for me.
Yeah, it was so 25, but I'll just talk in detail, but within 25 words you could fit this information. I'm just being more flowery. Yeah, it was, like I said, steampunk. It was like metal colors, like gold and brass and bronze, but it was kind of rusted, and it didn't work very, like there was kind of some twitching in it and kind of like some rust on it. It was being affixed to the right arm, because based on like your vision was where the camera is now, and you could kind of see this arm kind of being worked on by some third party. Yeah, gold, bronze, brass, dark, metallic brown kind of colors. Yeah, you send that much back to Eartha.
Okay, that's fine. I think I'll just head back to the Elfsong Tavern then.
Cool. Then as you make your way back, flashing your watch token and tracing your way through the familiar streets of the lower city, we'll cut over to Samara and Anya. So obviously for the sake of reference, we'll say Fleur and Jade are with you guys, obviously. So you guys have made your way through while this has been happening and beyond, and now arrive at this nice small park next to the harbour, next to the riverside of Baldur's Gate. This kind of what was once a trash dump that this druid has turned and transformed into a nice rolling park on the hillside, with that familiar tree that gave him the mysterious visions, and a small cottage underneath the rock known as Dumper's Rock. You see him, Samara, as you've seen him twice now, just kind of like in the midday heat, just timidly working on his garden, just chipping away at little bits of hedge, trimming back the flowers. What would you like to do?
I'll walk up to him carefully and respectfully, trying not to stand in anything too important. I'm just gonna walk up to him and go, hello. It's been nearly a month now. I popped back into town and I just wanted to come and say hi, and thank you again for letting me use some of your flowers.
He kind of rubs some grass stains off his hands onto his kind of pants and his jacket, and he's like, "Oi, good to see you again." And he kind of just grabs your hand and shakes it quite vigorously, and he kind of gives you a little wave, Anya, in the back. It's good to see you. I hope your travels have been well. Is your other friend okay?
Yes. He's not in town with us anymore, I don't think, but he's fine.
Very good.
He's off
very good.
doing his own thing right now.
As people are wont to do. Is there anything I can do for you? Can I get you a herbal tea?
No, I best be off. I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Very good. Well, if you're ever in the city and you ever want a nice place to rest, fly about this place. Feel free to stop by and say hello.
All right, thank you, and I'll start heading off if Anya doesn't
You're very
want to say anything.
You're very welcome. As you guys, assuming otherwise, you guys are you guys making your way back to the elf song now? Yeah. As you guys make your way back to the elf song, kind of taking in a quick few breaths of like nice, almost countryside, fresh air compared to kind of the, Baldur's Gate isn't particularly dirty. It's just kind of rough. But as you leave the park proper and you get back into the city streets, especially in the harbour, you do get back into a sort of like urban musk that isn't particularly pleasant. But yeah, you make your way back to the elf song. Irtha, you got back to the elf song probably about 20 minutes before they return. Actually, probably about half an hour before they return. You find it. There are not a lot of patrons. There's one or two. Obviously, it's kind of like just past midday, so that's probably to be expected. You see one of the serving boys running around, but you don't see the other one. You see Schooner and Clank, the half ogre in animated armor, at the front door, who kind of greet you with just a nod of like, "I remember you. Good to see you." Don't say much, just like a respected nod. You see Alan kind of at the bar, who just kind of gives you a side smile as you enter and a slight nod, and like bids you to come over whenever you're feeling thirsty. And yeah, you find it. The hearth isn't on at the minute because it's kind of a hot day and it's midday, so kind of conserving the wood. You find it very similar to how you left it, minus a few bloodstains.
Go up to the bar.
Yeah. So Alan again. Doesn't look like Abbott, but Alan Olith is also a half-elf, kind of similar. He's kind of, rather than having a top knot, he's kind of got like long hair, but there's two braids that come from either side and the fix in the back. Kind of grey hair though, not the kind of dusty brown of Abbott's. And he kind of has a more sharp, angled jaw. And as you kind of approach, you kind of see he's kind of got some bags under his eyes. He looks tired. He looks like he's been working hard. And he says, "Good to see you again. Oh, it's good to see you back in Baldur's Gate."
Not staying long, I'm afraid. Just passing through.
A shame, but good to see you nonetheless. Are your friends with you?
Yes, they're currently elsewhere at the moment. They'll be back in a minute. But I'd like to order 3 drinks.
Roll rums?
Yes.
Alcoholic or no?
1 non-alcoholic. you know,
One non-alcoholic.
Bird's underage, so. Well,
Fair enough.
I would think.
It's hard to tell.
Very is. Very hard to tell.
He takes 3 kind of almost like whiskey glasses from underneath the bar and puts them down. And you see him go through his process. He sticks a mint leaf in each. He pours kind of like strong alcohol into 2 of them, mixed with a little bit of sweet water, and then just sweet water into 1. The mint leaf still kind of sitting in the bottom, and then he rubs sugar along the edge of all 3 of them, then sprinkling in a little bit to each. Actually, he kind of like presses the sides with honey first, so the sugar sticks properly, and then he pushes them across, kind of purposely separating the one that just has sweet water in it, so you know which one is which because they're all clear. And then he says, "Will you be having rooms tonight, or?"
I would think so. Yes. Also, I have a question. Do you know anything about this? I want to slide the wanted poster like along the table towards him.
As he kind of like, as you slide it across, he folds it back over immediately and he says, yes, a lot of word travels through my tavern.
What is it? Why is it there?
Apparently some what's the polite terminology? Some noble travelers who do not understand the rules of the road were not pleased you took their belongings, but the descriptions I've heard made it sound like they weren't theirs to claim. You simply took what was there.
I believe I paid them, so a bit confused with that one.
He pushes the paper back across to you, and he says, "It doesn't matter where nobles come from, be it Waterdeep or Am. They do not like to be left lying by the side of the road, no matter how big the pouch of gold is. They have pride far beyond that of lions."
Sucks. Oh well.
2 gold for the drinks, my friend.
Not a problem. And I'll give him 3.
Thank you kindly. He kind of looks up and he says, "The same rooms are free, and they have been much of the last few weeks, save for a few busier days. So unless anyone else comes, they are yours free of charge." And he plugs the coins into his register. Just obviously, if someone comes, I may need to charge you, but otherwise, you can stay there as long as you like.
I will take the 3 drinks and go sit at an empty table and wait for my partners to arrive again.
Do you want one of the tables in the center, or do you want one of the booths at the side?
We'll
the wall
go
booths?
booth in the side, so then I'm kind of like out the way and I can take my helmet off.
Cool. Yeah. If you want isolation, there is one booth that is disconnected. So there's at the left side, there's like 4 booths connected to each other, separated by walls. Then the open room. Then to the right, there is actually Alan will probably take. There is like a to the along the south wall. There is a door that has like a private lounge in it with 2 sofas and 2 tables. He'll probably just let you sit in there because he knows your situation. So he'll open there and allow you to kind of rest in there. And then eventually, when Anya and Samara comes in, Skank, Clank, and Schooner. I'm surprised it took that long to happen. Actually, now that I'm hearing their names together, Clank and Schooner, ship name Skank, give you like that similar nod, like good to see you again, and maybe like a pat on the back as you guys walk in. And then you have a similar interaction with Alan where he points to you and says, "Eartha's already taken care of your drinks."
Can I leave Jade outside the front door of the tavern? But purposely, if this is the door, standing there, facing into the door's direction. And then I go, "Hey, Luang, watch this." I click my finger and Jade just peeks around and then comes in.
As he kind of squints, seeing Jade next to Clank, he says, "I think I'm seeing double." Then you went to Riverland, didn't you?
Yeah, I went and got one.
Does good work, that man. Gotta give him that. Yeah. Well, I trust he or she.
She.
I trust she's proven a faithful companion.
She definitely has. And then I'll go ahead
Very
and
good.
my
Very good. See you later. As you guys trot off with Jade eventually following you in. Jade and Clank kind of give each other like they don't have eyes, but you kind of sense a moment where they almost stare at each other just for a second. And then Jade keeps walking. And Jade stomps in after you, closing the door and kind of just standing in front of it, but on the inside, just kind of like in case anyone were to knock or to open it. So yeah, you guys, there's kind of like an empty middle and then 2 tables on either side and 2 sofas. You guys can just kind of spread out how you like, kind of lounge around. One of you can stand. You guys can just chill out.
Can I go to a corner of the room and cast Find Familiar ritually?
Oh,
yeah, sure.
Trying not to like damage anything.
Yeah. You could probably set it up on one of the tables. That'd be the easy, or like in the center of the room. That would be where a lot of the space, because the room itself is exactly as wide as the sofas need. So the corners are kind of the sofas. So either in the center of the room where it's just this open where the entry comes in, or on one of the tables. You're actually probably in the center. Then Eartha and Anya can each take a sofa and table while you're doing that as you kind of resummon Abba. Are you resummoning her as him as a frog?
Yes. Actually,
he does well as a frog.
I think I'm gonna do it as a spider, actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. So eventually, like, you guys see him finish the ritual, and you don't see anything, and then he kind of just puts down a little talon, and a little spider runs up his hand into his feathers.
I'm gonna turn to Ufa and go, I hope you don't mind, but if sometimes you've got to do things you don't typically to win a fight, and kind of like point at his armor for the spider to go in it.
My armor.
Well, you're gonna be closest to him, and you know I can cast some of my spells through my familiar.
Right.
I mean, it's still Abba. It's still the same frog you usually let jump on you.
Okay. Sure.
You might rib it if you're really nice.
And I'll put it like next to his neck to like just jump down his armor a bit.
Cool. Yeah, Abba scurries in. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I would like to ask them if they noticed anything out of the ordinary, anything that doesn't seem right from when we got here. I'm also going to mention the golem just poofing.
After he mentions the golem poofing, I'm gonna, and like finishes all that, Samurai will go, I went to the flower store, as you know, the mother, very similar, but not exactly the same as the woman in the dream. So it could either be some sort of seeing from the future, or if she has a sister, obviously we wouldn't be aware of. The golem. Give me a couple of minutes, and I'll see what I can work out. And I'm gonna actually go upstairs and go to my room.
Yeah, you go to the same room as you were in last time, and you find it locked. But Alan notices you go up and kind of follows you half of the stairs. And as you go to turn around, you got a 6 of key in your hand and says, "Just make sure I get it back." And as you go in, yeah, you find the room pretty much as you left it, but just clean.
Yeah, and I'll quickly try and lock the door behind me. Pray to Tiamat. Just gonna see if I can get it to respond. I'm gonna say something like, if you could help me with any knowledge right now. I'm saying it out loud. That golem, any way you could help me figure out what happened to it, and also any help on the location of Damon. Not even specific, but just general.
Roll a D100.
Whilst this is going on, I will be making small talk to Anya in the little lounge, just be like, how's your song coming along? Things like that. Try to keep the awkwardness at a minimum.
Yeah.
I got a really good number. 31.
How do you know it's a good number?
Because I said it is.
You kind of wait around after you've asked some of your questions and muttered a little prayer, and you kind of hang around. You know, you sit on the floor for a bit, you sit on the edge of the bed, you kind of look out the window for a little bit. After about 5-10 minutes go by, you haven't heard anything.
Okay. I'll say out loud this time. Fine. don't help me. I sigh, and I'll go back downstairs to these two, and kind of like I'll whisper to them like what I just tried to do.
Cool. So yeah, Samara comes back, and you guys kind of, you're just politely tittering, and Samara kind of slumps down, tells you what he tried, tells you it didn't work.
Oh, and on the way back down, I'll give Ulan the key back after I lock it on my way out.
Yeah, Alan takes it back. Thanks you. Sticks it back on his belt.
Oh, should also mention this. Forgot to say, if we need a way into Candlekeep, the artificer said we can borrow one of his books. When I say borrow, he means he can give it to us, and we can use it as an entry into Candlekeep if we aren't sure the other ways that we have.
It's definitely an option. We could. Didn't you show an interest with the gun earlier when we first met him?
Yeah.
I don't want to lie to the man, but maybe instead you could just ask if you have like a basic training kit, some sort of book for yourself if you want to learn more about it. I'm fairly confident that our book selling marketing scheme, guide here, will get us in.
See, the problem is though, that's a magic gun. I'm not 100% a magic user. He fires magic bullets. I'm, steel, metal.
Well, if you have an interest in something, you don't have to be able to do it to read about it. Even if it's something you enjoy, and hey, if my book doesn't work, then at least you'll still have that in case we do need to hand it over.
True. I'll see what strings I can pull. It's also a bit weird that, you were on about that arm you saw in the little crystal ball, and you just happened to be working on the identical arm to what you said, just less rusty.
Obviously, the stones only work once each. Was it the same arm?
From what you described, yeah.
And on the same side?
Yeah.
Okay,
A pretty cool thing, It's like you had like a long sword that came out like a whoop. That doesn't exist.
Actually, Eartha, interesting note. You noticed it actually has a pivot in it. So even if it was affixed to the right arm, it could turn around fully and operate as though it was a left arm attached to the right socket. So it could be affixed to either arm. It has like a switch in the elbow that allows it to function backwards or on the opposite appendage.
I will say that to them.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of wishing you were missing an arm.
I'm not.
That can be arranged.
There's still a chance of this happening, but...
Do we have any idea of where Damon is?
Could just ask him.
We can either ask him or we can just walk into the main house and see what's up.
I still have that blackmail.
Exactly.
So, probably get in that way.
But be careful how far blackmail goes against the situation you're in right now.
True. That is true.
I'm gonna cast Sanding.
Go for it.
To Damon.
Go for it.
Hello, buddy. Long time no see.
Long night, long day.
Ufa here, wishing you a happy birthday. 16, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 16.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, actually, I'll use two words to say where twice. Where you at? We doing this? I'm Ufa.
Okay.
This message was just him.
A few silent moments go by, and then you hear, "We're doing this," and then you hear some grunts of combat, and you know where I am, and you know what I came for. Run along, little one. Come and get me. And the message ends.
Sounds like a challenge.
I'll relay that on to the other two.
So what's the bet he's
And he-
actually at the house that you literally just said, buddy?
Yeah. It definitely could be that. It's an option. It's an option. Now we can do one or two things. We can fight them, or we can send the guards in.
Do we trust the guards?
I never said the guards would kill him. I said the guards could go in.
No,
then we
I
would go in
meant-
afterwards,
I meant,
and
do
he'd
you-
hopefully be weaker.
Do you trust the guards to go now, rather than half an hour to an hour later, like they did with our case of murder?
Here's your issue. You're thinking about the guards in the lower city.
The upper city are no different.
The guards in the upper city, they moved quite fast. Remember how many got to that golem in time?
Do you remember how many ran away?
I mean, it was a golem. Any ideas, Jess?
Kind of had an idea about 20 minutes ago.
Feel free to interrupt these idiots. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run it by you two first because I don't want to like make a decision as Anya and then it backfire. I was thinking, I'd look through my notes and you know when we met Goblin Benny and the guild, he had said that if we helped him, he would make our journey easier. So I'm wondering whether is it worth asking him whether he could assist us in combat with Damon, or is it a lost cause?
I don't think Sapling will fight, although I do think he could call on other guild members like we were, to help us. I just don't think he himself would fight, but he might be able to thicken our numbers.
I don't know if he meant make our journey easier, as in how much he paid us and what he gave us.
Travel time or fighting expertise.
Right.
It's an
Right.
option, and it definitely could work.
I mean,
We've
hey,
gotta
we called a
play the
dragon
cards
to
right.
help, so why can't we call a person? Just ring
You
him
what?
up.
Should I?
You up.
Should I actually?
1 minute. My level 3 spells, I know I can cast lower ones at a high level, but my level 3 spells are like useless in the fight. Like the level 3 ones themselves. You know, it's fireball and sending, and he's resistant to fire. So maybe I should cast the sending spell.
Are you wanting to cast sending to Sapling or Goblin Benny?
Like Goblin Benny is a better choice because he's higher up on the scale.
Well, can we
is-
say in game that we sat down and we wrote this message together, and then we can kind of discuss what we want to
Sure.
say between the three of us.
Sure.
So
Sure.
what do we want to say, guys? And then we'll figure out.
Kind of
how we
already
can say that
wrote
in
something
25
down.
minutes.
Should I run it by you both?
Yes.
This.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. I put Goblin Benny, we need your help. You said if we completed your task, you would make our journey easier. Do us this favour that's owed.
The problem with that is we don't tell him what the favor is.
Yeah.
That means we'd have to
But-
spend another spell.
It might, even though he does owe us it, it might work better if we ask him more nicely.
I thought that was nice.
Could be something. If he has an intelligence of 1 or higher, he recognizes the user, so I don't need to introduce myself. So it could be, hello, can you help us in Baldur's Gate? We need more men for a fight.
Say that.
Just-
How many do you have left?
I mean, there'd be a few words left in there. I could shorten what I've already
Because
said.
you could say the location as well.
Well, I think we need a meet-up point, not a location to like. I don't think we meet at the 8 main house.
The longer we're leaving us, the worse it's going to be for us. Because if he gets a hold of that key,
Yeah.
it's only a matter of
Alice.
time before he tunes to it, which could be by the time we get there, which is going to make this a hell of a lot harder for us.
Right. Should I just send him? If he says no, doesn't matter because we've got to go anyways. If he says yes and they're gonna take too long to get here, we just go anyways.
Yeah.
And if he says yes and they are here in like 10 minutes,
Mhm.
it helps.
It's worth a try. That's all I'm saying. It's worth a try.
Alright, tell him to meet us by.
That's a good idea.
Tell him to meet us at Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
The
Right.
actual gate,
Well-
not the city we're in, the actual gate, Baldur's Gate.
I'm gonna cast Sending to Goblin Benny.
Go for it.
Hello.
Have you counted the words or are you counting it?
I'm counting it right now. Hello.
Go for it.
We need help. Need more men to fight. Meet at Baldur's Gate as soon as possible. Please and thank you. Much appreciated, Goblin Benny. That was 30.
That's a lot of
That
thank
was-
yous.
I think
It's
that was
fine, it's fine.
30, but I said thank
That's
you like
alright.
4 times.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Yeah. A few moments go by and you hear, "Good to hear your voice. I'm the kingpin of Bloomridge. Baldur's Gate is outside my jurisdiction. If it's elsewhere, I can request the guild. Take a few days if you can wait."
I'll repeat that to everyone else. Yeah, I think we don't even we don't use the Sending to text them back. We just air them. We'll leave them on red, and we'll just
Leave 'em on red.
We ghost him.
Ghost Goblin
Ghosting
Benny.
Goblin Benny. He's gonna cry tonight.
Oh well,
I think-
tried.
I think
that
in
was the only good
D&D,
idea I
ghosting
had.
people is actually when you die and become a ghost, and then you fuck with them. No, that was a good idea. The only reason in my head I really wanted it to, it's just the issue is, so there's a kingpin for every neighborhood. If you look on the map, you can see each neighborhood has like a different color. Basically, if they were to enter another kingpin's neighborhood and do like a job without their permission, that would be like, a country to step, like marching an army through, like, it would be like risky for them. So they could do it. Like, he would have to get permission from the kingpin, permission from the leader of the guild, make sure like it's okay, make sure they're all good with it, and there's not going to be a street fight. So they would do it probably, but it would just take a few days.
You know that woman we met? Was she the kingpin of the Airmain houses, like established like area?
The red lady.
Oh,
Yes.
the whiskey lady.
That's it.
Hang on, I've got it written down somewhere.
Where did I get the red lady from?
The Red
She was wearing a
You mean the
dress.
Red Knight? Hang on, I've got it written down.
You really like.
She was the kingpin of Mannerborn.
I believe that's the right area.
Yeah.
No, Mannerborn.
Trying.
Oh no, it is. Ermin House is in Mannerborn.
Yeah.
I'm looking at temples. My bad.
We could try and text her.
The only thing is, you guys are burning through spells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only problem. I don't want to. We're gonna need them for him.
Yeah. But to be honest, 3 level 3 spells for like an extra 2 or 3 men could be worth it.
I think, yeah, I think if Samu Ra can cast another Sending, I don't think Anya or Eartha should burn it, because it's just Samu Ra's specific spells. Level 3 spells aren't that useful against
I was
Daemon.
gonna say I have
I don't.
2
I
level
don't
3 I
have
can
more, though.
cast. I don't want to
Yeah.
cast 1. I want to keep 1 so that if one of us dies, I can cast Revivify. And I kind of want to keep the other one to cast Spiritual Sword at level 3.
Yeah.
That'll do a crap ton of damage. But then
Jess, what level 3 spells do you have? Because I'm out of spell slots on level 3, so like I can't. It's not me.
I think I just have Sending. Yeah, I
That's
just have
cool.
Sending. I have 2
Okay, that's probably
Sendings.
okay then.
Oh. Yeah, you may as well. Is that your only level 3 spell, Sending?
Yeah.
I thought you had 2.
Yeah, I have
I think
two
2 slots.
Sending.
2 slots.
Yeah. Right.
Cool. Yeah, devise a message. So what do you guys got? What do you guys want to say, and to who?
Cool, Jess, cast the spell. You can do it.
Okay. Well, we want to contact the whiskey lady.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna say.
You can just play it out. I'll
Okay.
keep track of the words if you want.
Um,
Or we can both do it. It's up to you.
I don't want to just go whiskey lady. Like, I don't want to introduce it
Well,
as that. Just
when you, the Sending spell itself, which you would know because you can cast it, if they have an intelligence of 1 or higher, they automatically recognize you. So you don't have to introduce yourself.
Okay. Okay. So I could just say, We need your help as the kingpin of Mannerborn. We need allies to join us in a fight at the Eomain estate. ASAP.
Okay.
Is that alright?
Yeah, that's good. Roll a D100. So the percentile and the 10-sided. The two
Just making
10-sided.
sure I've got the right one. So.
I think I know about which you speak. I'm sorry, but we are rogues, not warriors. And there is a war happening in that house. We cannot. But I trust, I hope you will all remain safe.
Nah.
Fuck that, I'm gonna put my helmet on and start going towards the house.
Yeah, we gotta start walking.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
can I go up to Ulan? Or Ulan, sorry.
Alan,
Elan.
yeah.
Ella.
And I'm gonna walk up to him. And I'm gonna, like, quite quietly just kind of, like, say to him across the bar. Could I ask for a very, very, very big favour?
That depends on the favor, but I'm sure.
And feel free to say no. I know that's a stretch. Clank, could I borrow him for the night? We have an issue involving someone who does not like us, and we could use up everything we get.
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
You should have mentioned that they were the ones that attacked us here first.
Okay, first one's a 94.
It's a persuasion check, dog.
Well, why you're on the D100?
I don't know why I rolled a D100, and I'm so happy I did, because the second one I rolled was literally 0.
That's 100. That's
even
really
better.
good.
Oops, that's 18 and a 15, and my plus is... That's my charisma, which is plus 4, so that's a 19.
That's with disadvantage, right?
Yes.
I want you to be honest with me. What are the chances Clank comes back? Any of you come back? I can't leave my place of establishment half unguarded for the night.
I understand. Ufa, come here.
Yeah.
And while he's coming here, I'm going to carry on saying, the chances are high enough. I believe we'll win. And with Clank, I believe that just greatens our odds. But I can place down a 2,500 gold deposit, so you don't lose too much. If she doesn't, he
completely cuts you off. You're carrying that kind of gold.
Not particularly on us, but I can get it for you.
He waves for you to like cut the bullshit. Do you have that much money or not?
Yes.
And he kind of says, look, I'm sorry, I don't think I can help you here, but I do have something you might be interested in. You said you knew Rivlin, correct?
Yes.
You might want to. I trust you're well acquainted. You might want to stop by Sorcerer's Sundries at your nearest convenience and tell Rivlin that Alan says you would be good for the investment, the venture, and then I'm sure he'll tell you about it. If you've got money like that to spend, I think you'd be interested in what he has to say.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm really glad you didn't just blow us away and you considered it.
I honestly wish I could help, and if I was younger, I would gladly pick up the sword and go myself, but I'm an older man now. But I saw how you took care of those nasty fellows here that night. You did a lot of the work my security were lacking that night. I'm sure you're going to walk away from this.
Well,
and he kind of claps you on the shoulder from across and says, "Just be smart, okay?"
It's kind of my thing. Flash, like, kind of like, with my boot closed, kind of like do that with it, and then pack it away.
Good luck, he shouts to like all three of you in general.
Thank you, and I'll start walking to Rivelin's shop.
Yeah. Are you guys following him to Sorceress Sundries?
He said he was on about a job, though. Do we have time to talk about another job?
An investment.
He said an investment.
Also, I'd like to move at a pace which is non-suspicious, but as fast as possible.
Okay. Yeah. It's probably about, after all the waiting and hanging around, it's probably about 2 or 3 p.m. now. So it's kind of like, broad daylight. So yeah, you kind of keep a nice even pace. Sorceress Sundries is fairly close to the Elfsong Tavern, so you don't have long to go before you see that familiar circular building with the stained glass roof of all different colours that casts like these chaotic shafts of light down into the inside. As you enter, you see that familiar Halruin, long black hair, pointy mustache and goatee man with 2 leather riding gloves, as you know. And now that it's starting to get warmer, you kind of note that the gloves are curious in their leather make, that he's still wearing them. But he kind of, in his like robing, he kind of like stands from behind the counter and kind of waves at you and says, "Welcome back, my friends. So soon."
Can I start like really fast walking after I'm in the door and go? And is there anyone in the shop?
Just his apprentice, Gilligan.
I'll walk straight up to the counter and go. Sorry, I don't have much time. All on to me for the investment scheme. It's urgent.
Sorry, the last time we did business, you were paying with favors. So you sure you have the kind of coin?
Yes.
He kind of narrows his eyes and he says, "I need 10,000 gold. Do you have that?"
Yes.
You should have said what for.
You see like
you
see a big smile come across his face, and he doesn't even walk around. He like straddles over the counter, and he like. But you actually make a perception check.
6.
6. Okay, you don't notice anything, but he straddles over and he kind of rubs his hands together and he says, and he kind of looks to the two of you. Fleur and Jade are kind of maintaining a bit of a distance, so he's not really talking to them, but like to you two as well. He says, "Am I talking to all 3 of you or just to you?"
All 3 of us. This is urgent.
Very good. Well, I'm not sure if it's anything that'll be particularly helpful right now, but it's certainly a good investment. He kind of puts one of his hands down on the counter and kind of taps his fingers. The investment. Alan says you're good for it. You say you're good for it. Some adventurers recently passing through, they gave me some information that I'm organizing an expedition to act upon. Have you heard of a time gate?
My eyes will sharpen. Yes.
Very good. There is said to only be 3 in existence. Gates, locations permanently fixed that allow someone to pass through into a time of their choosing. Legendary places. Completely unfound in all of history, as far as anyone is aware. These adventurers had information that I am acting on and arranging for things to be done about, but money is tight, and I am trying to keep the circle of people involved closed. Other business owners that I trust, other people of power, and you 3 certainly fit that bill. If you are willing to make the investment, I assure you the money will... And he kind of raises a finger, like sternly, like, this will not be quick, mind you. This will take time and secrecy. I do not want anyone beating us to these things. These things are priceless. And he kind of puts one of his hands on his shoulder and he says, can you imagine having the power to go back to any time before you were even born? And he kind of like scrubs your your cheek feathers with one of his hands, and then says, "Of course you can." And then he kind of leans against the counter. Your money then, or are you not interested?
I would like to step in, put a hand on Samara, and say, "We'll see if we come out of this alive first. Then we'll come back."
I was already going to step in, and I'll say, yes, Ufa's right. I was under the understanding that it would help in a fight happening now. I
No.
definitely will keep thinking about it, and we will be back to either say yes or no properly. But right now we are very busy, and I'll start.
Very good.
Off.
It needs to be within the next 5 days, or the opportunity is gone. But very good.
I'll like put my hand up to like acknowledge that I heard him.
Good luck. As you all 5 of you kind of leave out of Sorcerer's Sundries. Yeah. Okay. So, what are you guys doing now? Are you guys heading to the upper city to Manaborn?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You guys make your way through these familiar streets. Flash your watch token at the guards at Baldur's Gate. Pass back through into the upper city and make your way down those familiar streets. So the last time you are going to the Eomain house, it was night. So as you kind of make your way through the temple district and into Manaborn, you now see it in the daylight. These lush villas and estates, all disconnected. They're not like Baldur's Gate where houses are connected. These are isolated buildings with courtyards and gardens in between them. And you come upon Eomain house, this 3-story building, kind of thin, almost kind of semi-rectangular shapes, kind of like stump and kind of thin and long, rather than like a square shape. Kind of more like an apartment complex, but for one rich family. And nothing actually strikes you here as immediately curious. It looks as you remember it, just in the daylight.
I'm going to
draw my sword and shield.
I'm going to make sure my mage armor is on.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold out my staff, and I'm going to walk in.
Okay. As all 3 of you approach the door, you realize one of them is slightly ajar. And as you push it open, you look down the foyer, the hallway. On the left, you see the familiar portrait of the Eomain family. You kind of have like a sly grin as you look at 2 of the siblings, Trentella and Rosora, curiously holding hands in the family portrait, though the rest of the family doesn't look as close. But as you look beyond the foyer and into the gallery that had the Chilton exhibit, and on the other side, the dining room. But in this gallery with the Chilton exhibit, you see just bodies strewn everywhere, private guards, limbs torn asunder, and sitting there in the middle, you just see a lion clad in half-plate armor, sitting like a dog, like front legs extended, back legs curled, just kind of mouth splattered with blood, customized half-plate armor fixed to its back and rump. Not like a helmet, like it's long. It's a male lion. Its mane is still allowed to flow. It's just kind of sitting there, its jaws covered in blood, seemingly just waiting.
You want to try animal handling this?
First of all, Chilton artifacts, were they all destroyed when the golem escaped, or was there any left?
You can still see a few. You see 1 or 2 of them aren't there anymore, but you see a few of them are still there. You see the goblin war masks. You see the small fire newt's armor, the warlock's armor of the fire newt.
Any of them valuable?
They all have historical value, but they don't. None of them look like powerful magic items.
I'll nudge Ufa and Anya and go, well, they won't be needing them, and neither will Damon if we do the right thing here.
Do we not want to worry about the thing sat in the middle first?
As you're having this conversation, as you get to the end of the foyer and you get into the gallery, and this lion is just kind of lazily watching you, and you start having this conversation, you see its mouth open, and this lion speaks, saying, "Thieves as well, are you?" And you are completely taken aback. This lion just opens its mouth and starts speaking as though that's how it is. He's just kind of lazily watching you, a drop of blood falling from its jaws to the floor.
Are you talking thieves as in that people who own this house, or David?
You were talking about robbing the artifacts, were you not?
I
Is it
wasn't.
stealing if you have already killed everyone who owns it?
I don't know. I've only been able to think for a week or so. And he stands on his back legs as well, like so he's on all four legs and says, "Come, the master is waiting on the top floor." And he starts trotting up the stairs.
I'll follow, but I'm gonna have a conversation while I do this.
Okay, yeah.
So, has he killed Nancine yet or not?
As you kind of start going up the stairs, you hear you hear like a fight going on upstairs, and he's like, "Apparently not." Keeps pouring up the stairs.
So,
Right.
are you the opposite to a werewolf? Like a were-lion was? It's a
I'm pretty sure he's just a lion who he's given sentence.
he's walking on
Yeah.
his back legs.
No, he's stood,
No.
so he's on all four legs.
He's
Oh,
on four.
my bad. Yeah, my bad.
He kind of narrows his eyes and says, "We met back in Subar. I remember your faces, though barely. It was dark down there."
No, not a
And
nice
keeps
place.
going.
Yeah, I mean, we actually nearly freed you from him. Nearly bought you, let you travel with us.
Came back and you were gone.
Yeah, actually had plans of buying you.
I scarcely think he would have taught me to speak as well. But he does like a polite little bow with his large head, kind of moving slightly, like he looks like not completely comfortable, like not completely used to having the armor, like the metal plating, customized armor on his body. So he kind of like rides as he nods and continues up the steps. By this time, you're like moving through the foyer on the first floor. You know, you started on the ground floor, you went up the stairs. By this time, you're kind of getting to the stairs at the bottom of the first floor and going up to the floor where Damon is. Are you having anything else? Are you saying anything else?
So
At
I'll let Jackson. Actually, I'll let Jackson go first.
Yeah,
At
Samurai.
this point, I step behind Ufa.
Okay. If-
Actually, I don't. I step in front of him still.
So the armor looks a bit, itchy on you. Do you want to take it off? Do you want to keep it on?
He can't, like, as he gets to the top of the final set of stairs, he looks back down at you and says, "I may only be a few weeks old, but I'm not stupid."
Oh no, I'm just looking after your well-being. You know.
Come.
You don't. Okay,
Keeps trying.
worth a try.
As you guys kind of crest on the stairs onto the third floor and you look down the narrow hallway to where the family room really opens up. Only Anya had been here previously. This is where Anya had seen Nicene and met Maya. This large open family room where most of the party was actually taking place. But you guys are now in this narrow hallway and you just see glimpses of like this woman flying past and then this demon with wings flying across and then being chucked back. And this woman, Nicene, as Anya will probably quickly tell you, has one arm, is just this long, leathery, rubbery black appendage, and she's just lashing. She's trying to protect herself with it. And Anya, you catch that key dangling from her neck. And then suddenly, just like they kind of meet in your viewpoint with this lion leading you forward. And you just see Damon kind of crack her and then whip her with the bottom of his spear and it kind of hits her under the chin. And you just hear, "Ugh!" And you don't see her get back up. But as this lion leads you into the family room, Damon kind of is looking down on Nicene, who is just like kind of crashed into one of the fine leather sofas, which now has like a huge gash in it with stuffing and like a lot of the inside falling out. And she's just kind of coughing up blood. And her leathery appendage kind of grabs the floor 5 feet away. It's much longer than a regular arm, and goes to pull herself back up. And she just kind of falls weakly back into the sofa and coughs again. And Damon's just kind of standing, kind of leaning against his spear, that same spear you'd seen him with before that he teleported back to him. Just kind of leaning against it, and he's like, "Good fight, Nicene. And I think it..." And he looks at all of you, and he's like, "Well, maybe it's not over yet." And as the lion approaches, he kind of scratches it under the chin and says, "Good, Asher. Good.
What up,
Good to
fucker?
see you all again."
Hi, buddy. How you doing? Long time no see. Nice to see you.
He kind of
You
sits.
nice?
He sits in the sofa. He kind of sits on top of Nicene's crumpled legs, kind of not get like as though she wasn't there, and kind of just spreads himself out comfortably, still with the spear kind of leaning into the carpet beneath the sofa. Is that what we're doing now? Small talk.
I see no reason not to. We did it the first time round. And the first time round it worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, it did. But things are different now, as I'm sure you're aware.
How different?
Both sides.
Catastrophically. And he kind
Well,
of just goes.
if you
He
could
goes to lean
pronounce the
over and
word.
grab the key off Nicene's neck.
Um,
Kind of looks at you, expecting you to stop him, and then just shrugs and yanks it free of her neck.
He's got to attune to that though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's alright then, I'm
Yeah.
not going to stop him.
well, you have a key. We've faced dragons in that time. I think we grew up faster than you did.
And I bought one as a gift. Who's bragging?
Who was a gift for? I'm just,
So-
curious.
Actually, Samurai, make a perception check, because I think you're the one that would be interested in this.
Why am I rolling? I don't know why every time. I don't know why I'm rolling D100s every time. 13.
13. You notice he's wearing something new. He has this bandolier that stretches like across his chest and down across, and it's got like these tubed cases all along the front. Yeah, that's it, just like a new thing you notice that he wasn't wearing before. He kind of just stands with the key in his hand and says, "I'm afraid I'm not talking, and you don't need to know who it was a gift for. If it's all the same with you three." And then he kind of notices Fleur. 4. You're multiplying. I'll be on my way. And he kind of just starts to move.
I'd just like to firstly go. I'd like to say that 3 does not multiply into 4. I thought you were smart enough to know that. And secondly, you said yourself you welcomed us here for a fight. You don't get to just walk.
He kind of looks back at you and he says, "You might want to look up the definition of multiply. I'll be on my way."
I'm
He
taking a
starts
swing.
walking down the hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
Okay.
start chasing them.
Okay, everyone roll for initiative. See where you guys end up. Eartha.
Ooh, that is a solid 18.
18. Okay.
Oh,
Is Newt with you, or is Newt
No,
outside?
I would have told him like circle around the building.
Okay, no worries. Samurai.
I want you to know I used all 3 inspiration and I still got 15. I got a 2, a 3, a 4, and an 11.
You know what the worst thing is? Bradley said at the beginning, "Oh, Jackson, he burns through these like no one's business," and I was like, "Nah, he won't use them all that quickly."
You know he does.
The one chance he gets to use them all, they're gone.
What, did you want me to have a...
Anya, what's yours?
7.
7.
I would have had a 7, Ellis, if I didn't use inspiration.
Sounds like a you problem.
Okay.
It would have been a you problem when you died.
I've already rolled for Fleur, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, then up front is Eartha. So Eartha, Damon is about like 5 feet ahead of you. Just like he's got his back turned to you. He was just walking away, and you're taking a swing, I think.
Yes. However, I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon at 3rd level in front of him.
Okay, then a spectral longsword, imbued with red energy, materializes in front of Damon,
Yeah.
and he kind of grimaces and like shoots a glance behind you as you do what you will.
Because that's a bonus action, I will hit with that first. Because it's like as soon as I cast
Okay.
it, I hit with it.
Okay, go for it.
That's my spellcasting modifier. Moving everything around
Yeah.
now. Oh, that's pretty good. That's an unnatural 20.
A natural 20. Okay, that just hits.
What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, stinky.
Didn't we learn he had a high AC last time? Or did he
Yeah.
not?
I remember him having a high one. I don't remember how high it was, though.
I'm pretty sure it's 19.
Well, that's 19 damage with that sword. And then
With the spiritual weapon.
yes, and then I'm going to hit him with Flame Tongue. but I'm one-handing it because I've got my shield out.
Are you guys hit Ash for the extra half fire damage?
I'm waiting. That's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Oh, that's not as high. That's 7 damage.
7 damage.
Actually, I need to move 5 feet forward, so I'll move 5 feet forwards and hit him.
Yep.
I have a question as well.
Uh-huh.
Because my sword is technically my ally, does that count as him being flanked?
Does it say your sword is your ally?
I don't know, I'm just assuming it would be.
If it says this sword counts as an ally, then or like something along those lines, then I'll allow. But if not, in this situation, because it's like a 3 square thing, and you're in one, he's in the other, and the sword's in the other, I'll not allow it unless it specifically says.
Nah, it just says it
So-
can take whatever form you choose. So could I choose the form
then-
ally?
No.
Worth a try.
But nice thinking. Cool. Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, good turn. Samura, it's your turn, and Jade and Abba's if they should choose to take one.
Okay. Can I get close enough to hit him? I just see there's a couple of walls
No.
there. Okay. Then
You can hit him, but you will also probably end up hitting it.
yeah, that was my idea. So I'm gonna take two steps right this time. Maybe 2 steps left.
There is a.
time.
I know it's kind of hard to see. There is a sofa immediately to your right. That's still fine, but you'll just be like, you'll lose a bit of movement climbing
Yeah,
up and stuff.
I'll do that. That's fine.
So you use 10 feet of movement getting on top of the sofa, and then 5 feet to the next bit.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, cool.
I'm going to now get my spider to climb
Okay.
onto Damon.
Jumps across.
And I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp through my spider.
Okay, go for it.
That is definitely a miss, which is nice. That's 17.
Yeah, that does not hit, unfortunately.
Hang on, shock and grasp. If the spider's literally on top of him, does it really need to roll to hit?
Does he? 1 minute. Also, does he have any metal armor on? Because I'll read you
Yeah.
the spell just so you can judge, because it's a little vague. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal.
He's wearing scale mail, so I'll say yes.
Okay, I'll just roll again. That's worse. So we'll just take Jade's turn and we'll pretend nothing happened. So Jade
Yeah, so-
actually,
Abba spends her turn just moving across into Damon.
Jade's gonna grapple the tiger.
Lion.
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 Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So I'll roll a strength check for you. It's going well today, boys. That's a 7.
And what does Asha need to do again?
Make a
It's just
contested strength
Contested
check.
stuff.
I just hope it rolls less than that, Jackson,
It's
but I don't
Pretty
see
sure
it
it's
happening.
strength. I'm pretty sure it's strength or dexterity, whichever you're better at. So you try and outmaneuver rather than out-grapple.
Okay. What did you get?
7.
Okay. Well, he got 13, which I thought was almost certainly going to fail. Okay. Yeah, so Jade kind of turns around and kind of tries to grab a hold of this lion, Asha, but the lion is like really slamming away, kind of getting small, very cat-like for a moment, like reminding you it's a big cat as it kind of slinks back and narrowly avoids some of Jade's advances.
She has multi-attack, so she gets a second action.
Well, actually, what does the multi-attack say?
I
Because
believe
multi-attack, I think, says you can take 2 slam attacks.
I would assume so, because it's from the monster stat block. I would
Yeah,
assume that's
so-
correct.
If you try to grapple, I'm afraid you can't.
You got me.
Got you,
That's
bitch.
my turn. I did nothing.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of that going around, so don't feel too bad. Okay. Next up is Asha. Sorry, you guys can't see the map. I'm just looking at the stat block. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Asha is going to... oh no, he can still technically reach. He is just going to... yeah, he's just going to take a bite attack at Fleur. Because Fleur looks like some easy meat right now. So... that is... a natural 20 to hit Fleur, which I'm assuming hits. That's 10 damage to Fleur. So Asher, this large armored lion, kind of just, he looks up at Jade, looks to Anya, who's being kind of blocked by Jade and the sofa, and then kind of looks to the right and just sees the back of Fleur, who is, not wearing anything more than leathers, just this slender blonde woman, and he's just like, easy meat, and just lunges forward and takes a real chunk out of her back, kind of like grabbing onto her back with the teeth and quickly like spitting her back out a bit. She looks like she didn't enjoy that. That looks like it was painful. But he's gonna... that's kind of just a threat from him. So he's gonna... that's gonna all he's gonna do for this turn. Anya, what would you like to do? I'll put the map back on.
Oh, did someone say that when Damon retrieved the key, he was attuned to it?
No, he has.
No, he has to tune to it. So he hasn't done that yet. He has to spend like 3 or 4 hours doing that.
Can I figure out how much the key weighs?
It's a standard iron key. It's a small piece of iron, so not heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of pounds, maybe.
Are you going to mage hand steal it by any chance?
Yeah.
I mean, he's currently still holding it tightly in his fist, same as when he took it. You guys can work together to try and get him to drop it or something of that kind.
I'm wondering whether I should do it now or wait till he's a little bit weakened and then do it.
As long as we do it before he gets away, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
So should I do it now then?
I'd wait a bit.
Let
Okay.
Annoying. Get him angry.
Let him loosen it a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
Yep, go for it.
And my image is going to be... Now, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Like, would I be able to create an image of Cyric? Or not?
You've probably, especially coming from Waterdeep, that's where Cyric ascended to godhood. And you did see the giant statue at Boroskia Bridge. You think... I think the spell gives you... confined, so I think it can only be a certain size, but you can probably make like a person that looks like Cyric, like someone the size of a person that looks like Cyric, as best you've seen him.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So
Just read it out, that's easier.
Okay. You craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice that is no larger than a 10-foot cube and that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. An affected target is so convinced of the phantasm's reality that it can even take damage from the illusion. A phantasm created to appear as a creature can attack the target. Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target if it is in the phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the phantasm. Am I even saying that right? Phantasm?
Yeah.
Provided that the illusion is of a creature or hazard that could logically deal damage, such as by attacking, and it's a concentration spell up to 1 minute.
Okay, cool. So he needs to make an intelligence saving throw, right?
It should probably be quite high. I didn't even think of that.
Okay, he rolled 13 plus 5, so 18 overall. What's your spell save DC?
16.
16. So it's a good thing, and he just succeeded. That's a good idea.
Great.
Though.
That's great.
You kind of try to conjure, you try to focus, and you reach out your hand. One hand kind of reaching for your violin to like ready yourself for the fight, and your other hand kind of reaching out and weaving this phantasmal force spell. at Damon, who's currently being like bashed between Eartha and this spiritual weapon. And you just see, like, you see for a moment, he kind of stares into space, kind of deflecting a blow, and then he kind of shakes his head right, and he kind of shoots this like horrible glare at you, Anya, realizing what you tried to do, kind of shakes his head right, and then keeps going about his fight. I think that was an action, so you've still got a bonus action or movement if you'd like to use them. You can't cast a spell with your bonus action though, because you use your action, but if you've got any movement...
I don't have a bonus action.
Oh, was that a bonus action?
No, that was an action, but I don't have a bonus action.
Oh, right. Do you want to move at all, or do you want to stay where you are? You've got Nicene lying in the sofa immediately to your left, and then immediately to your right, you've got Jade, who is currently alongside, like, kind of with Fleur, tangling with this lion. Sorry, I'll put the map back on. I keep turning it back.
I know, I was a bit like, I'm trying to think where I am.
That's you there.
Okay. I think I'm just going to stay where I am for now.
No worries.
Stay by the lion.
Okay. It's Damon's turn. This is where it gets good, boys and girls. Okay, how's he going to start this?
I've got an idea as well, but I don't know if it'll work.
I think Mike will.
I could try command him to drop the key.
There's no... I mean, why not just hand over the key? Also, isn't command one word?
Drop.
We've still got that dominate monster scroll, haven't we?
Yeah, but he's not a monster.
Yeah,
Alright.
He is.
Dominate monster means everything.
Do we want to use that though? Because that's...
I think we do.
It's not a guaranteed thing though, is the problem.
I think we do use it, but we use it after we bait out some spells to make sure he can't counterspell it.
Can he counterspell a scroll?
Yes.
He's gonna set himself up for his play here. He grabs one of the tubes on his bandolier and uncorks one of them and pulls out a filled piece of parchment and breaks the seal on it, casting Dispel Magic on Jade. I believe Jade doesn't even get to make a... Yeah, I think Jade just goes down.
Yeah.
Shit. Uh-oh. So Jackson, you're on lion duty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on both duty, Ellis, I'll tell you that right now.
That was an action. Yeah.
He's saving all the spells.
He's just setting himself up for now. He's having fun. He's dancing. Yeah. Okay. Actually, he's just turning, so he's facing you now, Eartha, instead of facing the spiritual weapon. Other than that, that is his turn, and it is Fleur's turn. So whoever would like to, or you guys can work together to decide what Fleur is up to.
I think because Fleur literally doesn't have a ranged attack, so she physically can't get to.
No, she's 5. Yeah, she's standing next to the lion though.
Yeah, like she has to fight the lion, so she may as well.
But even anyone with a ranged attack is still probably going to hit Eartha rather than Damon.
Like we may as well just mull. What's his face?
Multi-attack. Yeah. You want to roll that then, Jess? +6 to the 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm rolling D6. I'm confused.
No, +6.
Roll 2 d20s
Right.
and add 6 to both.
Right. Okay, hang on, maths. 24. 13.
24 hits, 13 does not.
Now it's a d6, and then add 4 to it.
5.
Okay.
7.
So, Fleur... Wait, what?
I'm so confused. I thought you said 2d6.
No, just 1.
Right, the first one, then 5.
5, yeah, no worries. That's fine. Yeah, so Fleur kind of whips around and attempt kind of like her kind of skin shifting for a moment, kind of reminding you that underneath this frail exterior there is like this blue heavy sinew of a doppelganger, as she takes like two heavy slam attacks at this lion, one not sinking but the other managing to hit the kind of the upper body. Okay, next up is Nicene. Doesn't get a go this round because she is unconscious. Eartha, it is your turn.
Do you want me to try command him to drop the scroll, or should I just twat the fucker?
Get the key. Maybe command give would be better, so then you have it.
Well, you'll have to do it in his next turn. Alright. I will cast... Okay. I was assuming I could do it high levels with it, but I will cast command.
Okay.
So he must succeed in a wisdom saving throw, or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect on undead, or if it doesn't understand your language. Or if it's directly harmful to it, which it's not.
Okay, he got very bad. 3 + 1, 4 total.
So he has to follow the next command, which is give.
Okay, what's the rules on that?
You speak a one command word, a creature you see within range. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect on the target is undead if the target doesn't understand your language or if the command is directly harmful to it.
And it does still get its turn, it just has to do that on its turn.
Yes.
It has to do that on its turn, but obviously, if what it's doing takes up an action or a bonus action, they would lose that. Just this particular time doesn't, I would say.
I'm just trying to decide whether he sees more value in giving you his spear.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's fine with
I'll
me.
think on it. Yeah,
But,
either way, he's losing a weapon or the key.
It's interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I would like to use my bonus action to hit him, because it doesn't say if he takes damage that he doesn't follow the command. He still has to follow it regardless of what happens to him.
You can only use your bonus action to hit. Oh, you with the spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So I can do that. Oh, that is a lovely jubbly 19 plus 7.
Hits.
And that's 2d8. Ooh.
Alice, how have you got a +7 to your spell attack bonus?
Is it plus 8?
It's +8.
Well,
If you do 5 + 3.
well, there we go.
I mean,
It doesn't matter. It's still hit anyway, but thanks for letting us know, Jackson. It's,
I mean, that's only if you have a 5 to your spell ability modifier.
it's my wisdom, so yeah.
Yeah, you do.
18 damage.
18 damage.
Yes. I believe that's force, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I think I'll end my turn there.
What kind of damage was it, sorry?
Force. But it counts as a magical weapon.
Okie dokie. That's fine. Whoa.
Well,
You okay?
Is it zoomed in for anyone else?
No.
Interesting. Okay. Mine is zoomed right in on Eartha and Damon. Interesting. Okay.
two best.
Cool. Good turn. Samura, it is your turn.
How far
wait, this-
away?
Wait, this is actually an issue because I can't take screenshots for the map tomorrow. Okay, I did it. I fixed it. It's okay. It's okay. Go.
Tech genius over
How
here.
far away is the lion to Damon?
To Damon, 5, 10, 15 feet.
Cool. I want to stand right in the middle and cast Samura's Windfall, affecting a 10 feet radius around me. It's an evocation spell, so I'm going to use my School of Evocation to make Ufa, Anya, and Flo immune to the spell.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Read us the spell, your custom spell.
Yeah. So this is my new spell because I'm mint.
How many people can you? How many people can you choose to be immune?
The spell's level +1. It's a second level spell, so you two +1 Flo.
I was gonna say because you might want to add an nice scene to that, but it doesn't matter if you can't.
I think she's too far away. I think she might be.
Yeah,
further
she's
away.
not within it.
That's alright.
So you take flight, reciting the words and movements of the spell. and magically transform into a gust of wind. After briefly whirling through the air, you nosedive into an unoccupied space that you can see within 30 feet. Any creatures in a 10-foot radius of the impact must make a dexterity saving throw against my spell save, which is 16, I believe, but I'll check. If they succeed, they remain standing and take half damage. If they fail, they are knocked back 5 feet and prone and take 4d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Was it a dexterity save, sorry?
Yes, a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, didn't roll great again. 8 total.
Fails.
Okay, did you say he was knocked prone?
Knocked prone. And I'll
Okay.
roll the damage. That's 16 damage total, wherever you've got to do it for the lion as well.
15 was it, sorry?
Yeah, 15 damage total, I think.
Okay, that would be halved.
Yeah.
And the lion needs to make the save as well, correct? The lion got, okay, slightly better. 16 total.
That exactly passes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Damon is knocked prone. I'm
the
trying
lion-
to decide whether he's capable of giving.
Well, technically that would be an interaction or a bonus action. An action is for him
Which
to
he
get up,
can't do. Yeah, but he can't do anything while he's on the ground, I don't think.
but his action is to get up,
And then he can give.
and then he can give me the
Sure.
key. So,
Fair enough. I'll,
Remember-
good
or the
reason.
spear, either or.
Even though the lion succeeded, he still takes half damage, same as Damon did, just
Oh,
because he's
okay.
resistance.
Oh, I'm losing it. There you go.
Call that a good turn.
He actually
There
did
we
something
go.
this turn.
Yeah, so Samura spirals through the air on his wings, landing in the center, like landing directly in between Asher and Damon, and then flies up as high as he can, about 15 feet in this room, and then plummets back to the ground, landing on the floor, and this gust of wind that seemingly doesn't affect Fleur, Anya, or Eartha, but does crash Damon to the ground and does a little bit of damage to Asher. Very good. Then next up, it is the lion's turn. I think he's just going to finish what he started.
We might lose Fleur here.
No,
Yeah, I
she's
think
got-
it's quite likely.
She's got one more turn in her. I know that much.
I'm not sure. She's on 20 health.
Yeah,
so...
he did 10 damage the first time.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
So Jess, how good are you with
okay.
the healing spells?
Honestly,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Go.
almost max damage.
maybe heal Nicene. If you can heal her and get
I
her
don't-
into this fight.
Yeah, she's a stat block. She dies when she
Oh.
hits 0.
Shit.
Oh,
16 damage.
16.
She's alive then.
Is she?
She's alive.
Full health.
Wait, what? Who dies when they hit 0?
Fleur.
Right.
She's not dead yet though.
Right. The lion
How- what-
takes a
what- how many-
chunk out of her.
How many points was taken away? Sorry.
No, she's on 4.
Okay.
Does Nicene look dead or look unconscious?
Unconscious. She looks drained. She looks exhausted more than bleeding out.
Cool.
I don't really
It
want to
looks
help her
like
because
the
she's a
key is
bitch.
quite
But okay.
exhausting for her.
Maybe don't. She's exhausted.
Um,
anyways.
Yeah, so the lion lunges forward and takes like a real chunk out of Fleur's upper leg. Like she falls to one knee as just like the blood, like the blood and sinew are all exposed in her upper leg. Okay, Anya, it's your turn.
I'm gonna heal Fleur.
Okay.
1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. Okay. That's 9. So 9 plus hit points. 9 plus
Nine.
hit points for Fleur.
Okie dokie. Someone restore 9 hit points. Anything else on that turn, Anya?
Oh, I get a bonus action.
Do you have anything you can do on bonus actions? Because you're not allowed to cast another spell. Unless it's a cantrip.
I'm trying to think what.
It's alright, just think about it for your next go around. We'll move on to... Okay,
Yeah.
it's Damon's turn next. Damon is going to spend his action getting up, like you say. Ooh, try not to move too much around. Then he is going to... he kind of like, he stands in front of you frozen for a minute, like the key tightly grasped in his left hand, and this clearly magical spear in his right hand, and he kind of smirks and then thrusts the spear towards you and lets it fall towards you and returns back to normal. And as a bonus action, he's going to click his fingers and the spear returns to his hand.
Would it not cause a bonus action to give me, or is that an interaction?
Interaction.
Damn. Okay.
Actually, no, it would. Sorry, sis, I can't. He's gonna then.
Can he
No,
do anything?
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to decide whether he wants to
Question.
dodge past you. Yeah.
If I would use my crossbow, can I aim for a certain part of the body, or is it just wherever it lands?
It really depends on what number you roll, because if you roll a 20, you'd probably hit somewhere or if you roll a 1, you don't hit at all, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But you can say, like, flavor-wise, you are trying to aim somewhere, and then, you might hit true, or you could, if it was something like, if you wanted to try and get him to drop the key by shooting at his hand, you could do something like that. Or like at his lower arm or something. That is Damon's turn. It is Fleur's turn.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's gotta be, hasn't it?
Yep. Just do it again. Just someone quickly roll it, because we don't need to spend a lot of time on this.
Cool. I'll do it. That's over 20 to hit. And that's 9
hits.
to hit.
Misses.
That's 9 damage.
9 damage overall. Cool. Okay.
Can
There
I
we go.
take... Wait, as a bonus action, can I take the disengage action on Fleur?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because she has cunning action. And she's gonna try and run behind the sofa next to Samara.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just trying to keep her alive so she can get another hit in.
Okay, does 16 hit?
Who? Oh,
Fleur, she ran away.
Yeah.
Opportunity. Oh, wait, is that what the...
disengage.
Disengage.
So she
I thought you
didn't
meant
go.
that was so they had disadvantage. Okay, cool. Then that makes... Well, the initiative chart just went all weird in my head. Aether, that's one. Aether, it's your turn.
Gonna smirk and just slice him from the front with my flame tongue.
Go for it.
Oh.
Extra 1d6 fire damage could have really been coming in handy.
2d6. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, yeah, hits.
7.
7 damage.
And then I'm gonna hit him with the spiritual sword from behind.
Go for it.
15 plus 8. So over 20.
15 plus 8 hits, yeah.
Ooh, maths. Don't you just love it? 23 damage. I rolled max damage on that one. Right, and yeah, I don't have anything to say to him but taunt him this time.
Okay, cool. Samara, it's your turn and Abba's turn if you want to do anything.
Right, I'm going to fly fly next to the lion.
Okay. Like
I'm
just
going-
behind one square behind.
Like literally just as close to him as I can, so I can hit him.
Yep.
And with my staff, I'm gonna hit him.
Go for it.
Natural 20, baby.
Yeah, hits. Double dice damage.
Right. I also want to use Thunder, so he has to make a Constitution saving throw while I roll this damage.
Gonna twat him out the window behind him.
I get 2d8 off this, you know.
Is that with
Seven,
thunder?
No, Thunder does no damage. That's 13 plus 2, which is 15 damage, and he needs that Constitution saving throw, like I said.
The Constitution saving throw is 15.
He fails, so he is stunned, which means he cannot. Stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can only speak faintly. Automatically fails Strength, Dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay.
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Cool. Are you doing anything with Abba?
Nah, just keep him on Damon.
Cool.
Maybe crawl into
then-
his ear.
It's just irritating him. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
giving him a wet willy. Then it is Asha's turn, and he can't do anything. Correct? Does he make
Yeah.
a saving throw?
No, it's just until
No.
the end of my next turn. He's just out.
No worries. Then it's back to you, Anya.
Oh, also, sorry, that's audible to 300 feet.
Oh, actually, yeah. For the flavor of this, all of the windows in this room just shatter into a million pieces. So like all the windows that line this big family room just completely shatter into like dust of glass that echo out. Yeah, Anya.
Ah, crap, I don't know what to do.
Just hit something if you're not sure.
I'm just gonna make a crossbow attack towards Damon's lower arm, like near his wrist.
You can't. So Eartha's standing in front of Damon, so you can't shoot at Damon unless Eartha moves out the way. Or you can risk it, but you'll probably hit Eartha. But there is a chance
Yeah.
you'll hit Damon.
Hit the lion. Would be my advice.
Does she get advantage
So-
on the lion?
Oh, so I can
Yeah.
attack the lion if it's like
Stunned.
so it
yeah.
won't. Right. Okay.
It won't
You should,
wake
yeah.
up.
You've got advantage on it because it's stunned, so you should.
Right.
like,
Okay.
it's
I
best
didn't
to
know
attack
whether it
when
would
it's-
end the spell that it's under.
Oh,
if
not
I
this
attacked
particular
it.
one, but yeah, good to keep that in
Okay.
mind just in case.
Right. Bear with us.
I've also just realized it says I can only speak falteringly, not
They-
faintly.
13.
13 doesn't hit. You do have advantage though. Did you roll
Damn
twice?
Oh no, I didn't. Come on. Okay. 19.
19 does hit. Yeah, roll damage on that one. So you take.
Cool.
Oh no, it's advantage. So yeah, you do manage to hit with your crossbow shot. See how much damage it does.
Out of pure curiosity, how much
Gonna do
AC
much
does
damage.
half plate do? Because obviously full plate is 18, but how much is half plate?
15 or 16, I believe.
If I told you, I'd be telling you his AC. So.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I forgot about that.
what was it, Anya?
Damage.
Sorry, what was it? It cut out.
5.
5.
Not much, but
Good.
Every little
little
helps.
helps.
Ah. We played
Okay.
this too long.
Then it is Damon's turn, and Damon is going to stop messing around. Okay. Nah. Okay. As he kind of summons the spear back, he kind of like, you see it like the bottom of it crunch into the floorboard as he kind of leaves it jutted there, and he kind of just shoots both of his hands out, shooting two rays of fire at you, Eartha. So that is the first one is 17 to hit.
Nope.
And the second one is natural 20.
Can I use shield as a reaction?
Yeah.
That puts
you
my
have it,
AC up to 25 for the next, well, till my next turn.
Fuck it then. He's gonna uncork the second thing and unveil another bit of parchment and use counter spell.
what
So
a
strike off
bitch.
that spell slot.
It's not a spell slot, it's
Okay.
my magic item. It's my shield.
Hey!
Come in handy.
Finally using
Come
it.
in handy. Double dice damage. Oh, that's nasty with this one.
Does that count? Because he did that after he cast the spell.
Nope. What do you mean?
Like, he cast the spell, and then I used my reaction, and then he used counter spell to counter the spell. So
Counterspell's
Yeah,
a
he counter
reaction.
spelled it.
oh, do I take damage from counter spell?
No. He's
No, he's
counterspelled
doing
your
his fire
shield,
damage.
so now his fire damage does hit because
Oh,
your shield has
okay.
been counterspelled.
Right.
Okay, 15 fire damage from the fire ray that hits you. Yeah. Okay, then he is going to. No, that's good for now, actually. Then he's going to end his turn, so it is Flua's turn.
Just 2 swings at the tiger. Get to the tiger, 2 swings, run away again. And there'll be no opportunity attack because it's incapacitated.
Go for it.
So she has advantage, so I'll just roll that twice. That's over 20 to hit.
Hits.
And that again, over 20 to hit.
Yep, both hit.
So that's 3, 9. What is the pluses again? I believe it's just a plus 4. So that's 9 plus 8, 17 damage. And then run away again.
Okay. There we go. Very good. Then next up, it is Eartha. You again.
I'm going to. Which one of you is more likely to get hit at this point?
Me.
Probably. But you have your shield, don't you?
I have higher AC, so probably protect Jess.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith. Jess.
Okay. Remind us what that does again.
Shimmering field appears around and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 AC for the duration. It's up to 10 minutes. So Jess has an extra 2 to her armor class.
Is it concentration?
Yes. So if I get hit,
Okay.
I'm going to have to make a con check on her.
Yes.
And then as my
Cool.
action, I'm just going to hit him with my sword.
Go for it. Yeah.
Ooh, 19.
19 hits.
I'm bang on. Bet.
You are. You are. 7 damage again. I don't.
7
Okay.
damage.
I swear every time I've hit with that sword, I've hit 7 damage.
Yeah, well, guess what? Every little helps.
Is that your turn? Is it Samurai's turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool.
Okay. So, first of all, want Abba to crawl further into his ear, as far as he possibly can.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp through Abba.
Okay.
He's still wearing metal, so it should technically still have advantage, shouldn't it?
It does, yeah.
Thank God, because that was a 2. That was a 7. Still misses. I need to stop using that spell.
I don't see how he's missing though. He's
Yeah,
so
I don't know how that
It's
close.
the game and it has rules.
That is
Because I'm
funny.
sure if I said Damon owned 6 spider familiars and they were all in your
Yeah.
ears, you'd kick a
Oh no, I just more meant like Jackson's rolling terrible
Yeah.
compared to what he should
That's
be
just Jackson's
rolling.
a terrible person.
That is true.
Yeah. So, I'm going to move 5 feet away from the lion, trying to put myself between the lion and Fleur.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my action down, my movement down, bonus action. Like, got any bonus action spells? Off the top of my head to like quick gander. No. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Thank you very much. Asha is going to. Okay, can't quite do that. Asher is going to. Asher's going to take a move forward and take a bite attack at you, Samura. That is 19 to hit.
Shield.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, so +5 to your AC. Yeah, so Asha's jaw comes lunging forward, and you kind of unfurl your arm and like let that ethereal shield erupt in front of you, and Asha's jaws just kind of clank into it as he can't find purchase with his jaw. Cool. That's. He's gonna spend his turn prowling around you, so he's got you and Fleur in front of him. Okay. Anya, it's your turn.
Oh, crap. Are you able to push the lion out the window?
He's bigger than the window, but not. Actually, you don't think. You know the lion is definitely stronger than you are, like as a person, but you think it might be possible. It might be possible if you stood in front of a window and tried to provoke it. It might like take a run at you or something. It is bigger than the windows, but just barely. So it might get like there is it just like you might have to do some pushing. If it got lodged in the window area, you might have to then try and push it out further. If that makes sense.
Never mind. I'm gonna move forward. Yep. I'm gonna move next to Eartha.
Yep.
It's a bit of a risk, but and I'm going to. Oh crap. You know what? I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force again and hope I get a higher roll this time. Let me just check. So then he needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
Okay, he did get lower. 14 total.
Haha. Doesn't. I've got 16, so.
Okay, yeah, good. So he sees the image of Cyric, this 6 foot tall, jet black haired, pointy features individual, kind of just staring at him from like the corner of the room, and he begins to just kind of flinch as like he takes like this psychic damage from the presence of Cyric watching on at him.
Am I allowed to? So it's a concentration spell, so I have to do it every my turn on every round. Can I roll one now, or do I have to wait until my next turn?
It should say. What does it say?
It just says each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage.
Yeah,
I can roll one
now.
Roll
one now. Roll a d6.
Okay. 3.
3. There we go. Okay, yeah. So you create this phantasm of Cyric just in the corner of the room, silently watching Damon, and he kind of his eye begins to twitch as he sees it, and he kind of tries to shake it from his mind, but he seems fixated on it, even as he's in combat with Eartha, and he takes that psychic damage. Very good. Is that your turn? Yep.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep
Next up.
focusing on that spell.
Next up is Damon. Damon is going to...
Jackson, how many times can I cast shield from my shield?
Once.
Right, just double
gone.
checking. It's gone. Damn.
I did my best, mate. I did my best.
Yeah, and at least I got...
You got one of his vials off him, so you know.
Yeah, but he still has his actual spells left. I don't think he's used
I know.
any of his actual spells yet.
We're stabbing him up, so...
Okay. He is going to... Okay. Samura.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Not very wise. That's a 15.
Okay. You feel like a cloudiness, just this cloudy sensation kind of wash over you. Yeah, you feel this cloudy sensation wash over you, and you kind of forget what you're doing for a moment, until you hear the voice of Damon, and he shouts through clangs of metal at you, "Kill them!" And you feel obliged to follow that command. Sorry, I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah, you feel compelled to comply with that command. That is his action. Next up is Fleur.
So Jackson's charmed.
Yes, for the next day.
Which means I can't attack Damon, but I can attack the lion.
No, you know what he was commanding you to do.
Fleur's just gonna stab the lion anyways. So
Yeah, Fleur is
16. And 16.
Hits. Yep, both hit.
6 plus 5 is 11.
How do you decharm a person?
I'm pretty sure I can try and break out of it again on all my turns.
Nope.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Jess, do you have any remove curses or anything?
No. I'm sure I don't get one till 5th level or something like that. 5th level
Ither,
spells.
it's your turn.
Shit. So we're gonna have to kill Samara. Oh, that's a shame.
Kill.
I'm just gonna hit Damien with my long sword. That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
That is 11 damage. I'm then gonna hit him with the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
That's a 19 damage.
Damage, very nice.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. I can't really do much more.
Okie dokie. Then next up, it is Samara and Abba.
Am I still controlling it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you just have to kill
Cool.
Damon's enemies.
I'll cast Samara's Windfall. Just on my whole team. It's
Yep.
10 feet circle around me. And if the lion and Damien are inside the circle, I'll just make them immune to the spell.
Very good. Yep. Yeah.
They need to make dexterity saving throws.
So
Oh,
Anya
wow.
and Eartha and Fleur make dexterity saving throws.
Hang on.
Genuinely, this will like this is what Samurai would do, but like also if this hits, I'm pretty sure you guys
Come
are
on.
going to die.
Yeah,
Come on, come on.
I got 16.
Hang on.
That
Okay,
passes. Just.
hang on.
Anya hasn't
Mhm.
taken a hit yet either.
Okay, right. Got. Hang on. Why is my maths off? Hang on, bear with me. Because I'm stupid.
Oh, Fleur needs to do one as well, doesn't she?
I've got 26.
Bloody hell.
26 definitely succeeds. So yeah,
Uh,
Anya and Eartha, you do not fall to the ground. So do they take half damage?
Yes, they do. Which you two take 9 damage each.
Okay.
So yeah, as Samurai flies briefly up into the air and plummets back to the ground, this chaotic vortex of wind energy bashes you and like it kind of really tears up at your face, dealing that much damage. How's Fleur doing?
Oh, do you want to roll it
Do you want me?
She's got 4, I think.
with a
4
plus?
hit points at the moment.
Yeah, but does she? Did you not heal her?
Oh yeah, No, you healed her, so she's on 13, which means this
No,
does
but-
matter.
Now that
Plus 4, I
9
think.
points have been taken away from her, she's got 4
Oh,
now.
yeah.
No,
so
but
it's
did she
actually
pass or fail? Because if she failed, she takes 18 damage and dies.
She's got a +7, so roll the d20, Jess, and add 7.
If you roll
Make a break.
a 9 or higher and she's alive.
People die. It's the way of the world.
15.
Okay, she's
Okay.
alive.
She's alive. Barely, but alive.
Wait until next
yeah.
turn when I do it again.
Can you do that again?
Yeah, I got 3 spell slots for level 2.
Oh, and you've cast that
Traitor.
twice. Shit.
Traitor. Like Madam Eva said, traitor.
Samara, that was you. I will say you. No, actually that's fine. Okay, Asha is up next. Yeah, okay. Asha is just going to take a chunk out of Fleur.
Bye, Fleur.
Is she still disengaged? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, 17 plus 5.
She's more than likely dead.
Okay, 6 damage to
She's
Fleur as. At least it wasn't one of you. At least
I
it wasn't
mean,
one of you.
I can revivify her if we really wanted, but it's got to be within the next minute.
To complete a
And-
task.
So she can go kill an innocent woman. Probably
Yeah.
best is dead.
Yeah, so
The
really,
lion
it's not a bad
takes
thing.
the lion takes one final chunk out of Fleur, and as she kind of is trying to run away, she kind of bumps into Eartha and then Samura, and Samura is windfalling everyone, and she just kind of like looks at the lion again, and it just like gashes her stomach open, and she kind of just falls to her knees, cold, lying in a pile. Okay, that was a good turn for Asha. Anya, it's your turn.
Great.
Yeah, join the party.
You know, Jess, are you sure you've got no spells that like nullify effects? Because I'm going to be honest, we need Jackson back, otherwise we're kind of in trouble. And how long does it take for Jade to get back again?
A minute.
And how
Brad,
how long have we got till Jade's back?
Am I allowed to give them some advice even though I'm charmed?
That depends on what the advice is in relation to.
I know something Jess has. If I was there, I would use it.
You can tell her not what it is, but what, like, if it's a spell, if it's an ability.
It's a spell.
There you go.
That can nullify the
I'm not
charm
allowed
that
to
you're
say
under.
any more than I've said.
Damn
I'll
it.
allow you to clarify that. I'll allow you to clarify if that's what you need.
Not to nullify me.
Oh, it's to bring Jade back quicker.
I'm not answering these questions.
Oh. Jess, do you have mending?
I don't know. Oh, hang on, I need to figure. Am I still in my turn? I can't remember.
Yes. Yeah.
You haven't done it yet, yeah.
Crap. Hang on, I'm panicking. I don't want anyone to die.
But that's a bit
Um,
late. Someone's already dead.
I don't want anyone to die further.
At least it was an NPC. At least all three of you are currently still alive.
Don't need that.
If anyone
What
had to go.
Jackson's referring to? I'm trying.
Here's the thing. And also, this isn't like a hint or anything. This is just a
Yeah,
fact
we
that
can't
everyone
spend
will
too
know
long
it.
on these turns, so if you want to clarify a bit, it's fine.
Just, if Damon gets away, he can control me, so he can just bring me with him and then kill me. So you gotta kill him.
Oh, your spell you've already got on him, you can continuously use it. So the Phantasmal Force.
Phantasmal Force. Yeah.
Just use that again.
Yeah,
But
that's-
just kill him
that's
quickly.
That's what I was planning on doing. I don't know why I forgot about that. Yeah.
I don't think that takes your action. I think that just happens. You've still got your action. It only takes your action.
As long as she
to
has
cast it.
concentration, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it's concentration. So I can still have another action.
Yeah.
You can still...
Can I?
I mean,
Ah.
you can't shoot him because you can't... They're standing in the way, but...
You can still cast any other spell as well, as long as the other spell you cast doesn't also have concentration required.
We also have that line to deal with.
I could put
So you
lion to
can't
sleep
shoot the
and-
lion.
I could put the lion to sleep and damage it at the same time.
Can you?
Yes.
What spell
I
can you do
can-
that with?
I can roll a 5d8. And
Sleep,
I can do that up to 1 minute until the spell ends. Can I do that?
Yeah. Does he not have a chance of waking if he takes damage?
Yeah, I believe so. Does it say what
Does-
the
Hang on.
status
does-
effect is?
It says each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. Oh yeah, the sleeper takes damage or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
Well, it's
So you
fine.
can attack first, and
Just put
if it's
the
a
lion
bonus action.
put the lion to sleep, and then that
Mhm.
way that leaves him out of the picture up until we deal with Damien.
Okay, right. I'm gonna roll the
Damon.
damage for Damon first, which is 1d6.
Yeah.
4. And then I'm gonna put the lion to sleep.
Go for it.
Can I ask, just because everyone would know, how damaged does Damon and the lion look?
Damon looks more damaged than the lion.
Oh God.
The lion, Asher, looks to be about halfway between death and full life. Damon looks closer to, a lot more weary than that. Looks maybe 25% of what he had. Not that. What was the number, Jess?
It was 4. I have a question. Did we sleep since we last did combat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. I need to rub up because I still had
Where
one
was
written
the
down.
was the sleep for?
No, it was phantasmal damage.
Oh yeah, I've already got that.
Yeah.
What's the sleep?
Oh, I'm not doing that yet. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
I'm just putting the lion to sleep for now.
Yeah. What is that?
You've got to roll
You need-
for that.
You need to roll the dice.
Uh,
I think it's 5d8. I think.
Yeah, to damage it.
No,
No, it doesn't. Sleep doesn't take damage. If you roll its current hit points, then it falls asleep. If you don't meet it, then it doesn't fall asleep.
Okay.
So when you roll the 5d8, if the number meets how many hit points it has, then it'll fall asleep. If it doesn't, it won't.
Okay, hang on. Oh, I've got to get my calculator out.
Jackson can do it.
Okay,
pretty quick.
Jackson, you're my human calculator, right?
Yeah, bitch.
6. 6.
12,
6.
1.
13,
1.
14,
5.
19,
And 5.
24.
Good maths. Thanks, Jackson.
That
24.
ones really helped.
24 does not meet, so Asher does not fall asleep.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, that
but Damon
worked well.
does take that psychic damage. But next up is Damon, who is going to.
Don't use that twice.
Damon is going Damon's going to take 2 attacks at Eartha with his blood spear, which is so he. Oh shit! Dice has gone wrong. Okay, Eartha Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's 24 on the first one to hit.
Yeah.
And that's a natural 20 plus 7 on the second one. Sorry, Bobby. This does less damage than the fire ray overall. You're okay.
Alice
Oh
could
shit.
go down.
No,
Okay.
I think I might be alright. Possibly.
Please don't leave me on my
I
own.
mean, if it's a D8 plus another 2D8 and his strength, like 3D8 plus 9 or plus 12, I would bet.
I don't like the anticipation.
I can't count because people are talking. 20. Okay, 22 damage. That's a mixture of piercing and fire damage as he takes 2 great big sweeps with this blood spear, cutting across your new armor and finding gaps where he can. Are you still
No.
in the land of the living?
No.
You're down?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm on -1.
Interesting. So, Eartha, after these 2 large attacks sweep across you, you fall to the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't do more than the fire. No.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't, but he got a nat 20.
True. That is true.
If you think about it, I'm technically the only one left
Yeah.
because.
Although-
Fuck! I'm just a bard. I can't do anything.
Although
If it
Jade
gets
should be
divided-
coming back soon, though. But then
it gets
Jade will be on the
divided-
enemy side.
Yeah,
5
Jade-
rounds. In 5 rounds.
Is it?
Also,
Uh,
Jade would be
1
on
round
my.
is 6 seconds. Yeah.
Jade is under my my instructions, so Jade would be on Damon's control too.
Okay, that's why I went for you. Okay. Eartha, it's your turn. What do you want to do? Just kidding. Samara. Actually, wait, yeah, you make a death saving throw. Sorry, I forget.
That's a natural 20.
Okay, success. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be kind. I don't know if this is the official ruling. That can count for 2. Just because you're so unlikely to win right now, that I'll give you little boosts where I can. So you can count that as 2 successes. But Samara, it is your turn.
On the map, can I move
Sorry,
so that I am positioning Anya, and then behind Anya, Nancine? Is that possible? Or
No.
not? Okay, that's fine. I'll just hit Anya and make sure no one's behind her then.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my Staff of Thunder of Lightning and cast Lightning Strike. So it's 5 feet wide and 120 feet long.
Yep.
You're really
Jesse,
trying
you
to
got
kill us.
I'm
You've
gonna.
got-
I'm gonna. Sorry, what?
It's Ellis. I don't want to kill you, but also I'm
He
under
has to,
his
he doesn't have a
control.
choice.
Like,
He
it's
has to
not my
be in
choice.
Samira's mindset, not Jackson's mindset.
Like, this is the thing. If I was like, I'm just gonna hit him with a stick and do nothing else, Brad would be like, no, play fucking properly.
You could have chosen to shake the lion awake.
So you've got to do.
The lion's not asleep.
Yeah, I realised
Yeah,
after I
lion is-
said that.
You've got to make a dexterity saving throw, Jess.
Right. I want to use cutting words, so when do I use that, Brad?
Right now. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Right.
So
yeah.
is that what does it do again? Just read it out if that's easy.
Okay. So when someone's made an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll towards me, I can use my reaction to expend one of my bardic inspirations, rolling a bardic inspiration die and subtracting the number rolled from the creature's roll. So I can use this.
Wait, so
Wait.
no, this isn't a bit. So he doesn't have to roll a hit because it's just a straight line, but you can either roll to take the damage away or roll. Yeah, you can roll to take the damage away. You can minus something from the damage.
I just
Right.
dropped my d6, so give me 1 sec.
Oh, God.
I've got my d6.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna roll something away from the damage.
Yep, go for it.
I'm hoping it's a 1 and I don't have any damage.
What was the
Oh wait,
total
sorry.
damage, Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay, roll the 96. I mean, did she pass or fail the dexterity saving throw as well?
Oh shit, yeah, sorry. And it's just... Okay. 23 on my dexterity saving throw. And I'm using my bardic inspiration die. Which is 3.
Okay, right. And what did you get for the dexterity, sorry?
Oh crap, what did I say?
Because I was rolling damage and counting.
I got numbers here. I'm doing my numbers.
Did
Just
you
roll it
say-
again if that's easy.
I can't even remember what I said.
Wait, what's
Just
what's
roll
this
it.
one for?
The dexterity saving throw.
23.
Oh, so you take half damage. So that is 30 halved, which is 15 minus 3, 12.
12 damage to Anya as this pillar of lightning.
I've got 3 left. This is
Could have
not
been worse.
good.
Still more than me.
If that had done a little bit more, it would have disintegrated you. So
I can't anymore. I
so-
can't.
I'm glad to know I made the right choice and who to corrupt.
This is the end of the campaign.
Yep.
You know,
we
it's
can't
worse
have an
because
end.
there's a way of ending the charm effect. I just can't tell you what it is because I can't cheat. So yeah, this pillar of lightning. As you dive out of the way, Anya electrocutes your bottom half as you kind of collapse to the collapse and stand up. It's pretty much where you'd been. Okay, good turn, Samura. Asher.
Can't be asked anymore. I know I'm gonna die. I know I am.
You're gonna die. I'm already dead.
So you were just
Um,
unconscious.
Technically dead. I can't do a thing.
Well,
You just
guys-
need one more success and then you're all right.
I still don't get up.
yeah, he goes to
Um.
0. If it makes you feel any better, I'm still on 30 out of 30 health.
Jess, hit him.
In
Your next turn, Jess, hit him.
Okay. So I need to stop the concentration spell on Damon then.
You can
He's gonna
still
come
hit.
after me.
You can still hit Jackson. Just crossbow him.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Asher. Just out of pure compassion to you guys, for this turn, Asher is just going to feast on Fleur's corpse. Just out of compassion, out of human compassion. Anya, it is your turn.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Just hit Jackson.
Okay. Right, let me just do my damage to Damon first.
Yep.
At this point, I don't even know if I should still be concentrating on that spell, but 5 damage, and I'm going to do a crossbow attack at Samura.
Go for it.
Okay.
As long as you hit him, it's alright.
Okay, hang on.
Don't you dare pull up the shield.
25.
Can't
25.
25
And
hits.
hits. Okay.
Roll the damage on that.
I can add my dexterity to my PS, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, Samura, take 10 damage and make a wisdom saving throw.
I fucking knew it.
Wisdom, boys, wisdom.
Oh, you're not very good at that, are you?
That's a 16.
Samura, as that bolt strikes into your right shoulder, you suddenly feel that fog dissipate, and you look around and you see the lion goring on Fleur's corpse. You see Anya holding a crossbow, pointing it at you, and you suddenly realize for the past 30 seconds, 10, 15 seconds or so, you've been fighting for the other side, but now you're back in control. Thanks to that attack by Anya. Okay.
I attacked him, I've woke him up.
I'm still dead.
The charmed
know you could-
target obeys Damon's spoken commands. If the target suffers any harm from Damon or another creature, or receives a suicidal command from Damon, the target can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on a success. So if it takes damage, then they can have a chance at
Really, I'd
breaking free.
have known that.
You want to know what the only reason that
yeah,
I
that's the
thought of
point,
that
you
was?
can't cheat.
You want to know what the only reason I thought of that? It's because Jackson went I'm still on 30 health. I was like, well, hit him. That might be the
crap.
option.
That's honestly,
That's
I
the-
didn't think that was.
It's just because someone said, "Oh, it lasts for a day."
Yeah, it
Someone
does.
said that, and I was like, "Oh, well, there's no point me trying to wake him from it if it's not going to work." That's why I thought it didn't matter what I did anyway; you'd still be cursed for a day. So I didn't know that.
Damon is going to take 2 attacks at you, Eartha.
I can't stop him. I'm dead.
Nope. You can't.
Wait, is there any way I can stop him? But
Cutting words.
Cutting words,
Can I-
yeah.
How does that
am I allowed
work?
to use cutting words on someone else?
That's the only time you can use it. You can't use it on yourself.
What was it? What was the spell, sir?
Well, no, because last time you used it to take the damage off Samura's spell. You can't use it to take the damage off your own spell.
I think she means can she only use it when someone's attacking her, rather when someone's like same way I can only use
I think it's
shield
just a
when they hit me.
reaction. I think it's just you can react to anything in the area.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Are you taking away from the? It's an automatic crit because he's down. Wait, 2 seconds. Let me.
Are you asking whether I want to take it away from the
hit on
what
the
armor
damage.
class?
Yeah.
I'm allowed to use it when I find out. It says
Okay.
I'm allowed, so I need to wait.
Okay. He has advantage because you're prone. Does he have advantage or disadvantage because you're prone?
Advantage because I'm
Advantage.
ranged
Advantage.
weapons have disadvantage.
Okay. The first attack has.
And obviously my shield won't matter, so it's just my armor, isn't it?
Yeah,
just
and he had
18.
that automatic crit. He has. Sorry, he got 17 and 18.
One hits.
Okay,
One misses.
Yeah.
But then
I'm
Jess
gonna
can use cutting words.
I'm gonna take 4 away from the one that hit, because
Yeah,
that's what I rolled as my.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you as Damon kind of takes a one limp step forward and kind of turns the blood spear upside down and goes to just take 2 cheap jabs at Eartha's unconscious form just to try and bring him closer to death. And Anya, as you kind of scream out no, he kind of just gets distracted, but the magic kind of pushes his spear into the floor as he intends to dash it into Eartha. Cool, good turn. Then he is going to. No, that's fine. Eartha, death saving throw. Where were we?
Death save and throw.
Death saving throw, yeah.
I don't add anything to it, do I?
No.
That's a 17.
17, that's a success, so I think you stabilize.
Yeah, that's all
So you are 0 hit points.
But I don't get up.
No. Okay. Samura, it's your turn.
Right. I'm gonna firstly turn to Anya and go, the scroll, and then I'll turn to Damon and fly. I'm gonna use Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Okay.
Let me quickly get the spell up. I'm going to use the. I believe it has a thunderous form. Let me double check. Acid, cool, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. Yeah, so I'm going to use the thunderous form.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll roll to hit. 16 plus 8, so it's over 20.
Okay, yeah. Oh, just as a note, when doppelgangers die, they revert back to their natural form. So Fleur is the blue, sinewy creature, not the blonde lady.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's 4d8 damage, which is 26 damage.
26 damage. Was that on Damon or Asher? Sorry. What kind of damage is it?
Thunder.
Thunder.
Feel that down?
Was it? Oh, it was chromatic orb, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you see there, Damon, his his attack at Aether has just been dashed by Anya using cutting words, and he kind of flips the blood spear around again and kind of like looking at all of you, takes kind of goes to step on Aether and take a lunge attack either at you, Samura, or Anya. You're not quite sure. And as he does that, you kind of release that concave of thunderous energy that just kind of, and he just kind of billows upwards against the ceiling. And as underwhelming as it is, just the way his neck hits the ceiling, his body crunches into it, and you just hear the snap of his neck, and his body loosely falls to the ground and twitches once, and then grows still. His neck snapping as it hit the roof. Damon's dead, but Asher is not. But with that, Asher isn't particularly interested in fighting without a master commanding him to, so he just continues to snack on Fleur unless otherwise told. But that is otherwise the end of combat, unless you are interested in continuing to fight Asher.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Anya and go, hey, just heal him, please. We can still save Fleur if he wants to.
You absolutely cannot.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's already been feasted upon.
Yeah, she doesn't have most of her body.
And then I'll turn to the dog. Hey, you know, your master obviously is dead. You can hang out with us if you want. Like, we have no hard feelings.
He looks at you, a bit of Fleur falls from his mouth. I've no more interest in masters. Good day, but thank you. And he kind of looks around. Good fortune. Does one know a way out of this city?
The world's kind of like cities, especially around by humans. You can't really get out without a human. You shouldn't even be allowed to walk around. People will stop you.
Interesting. Do you intend on leaving this city soon?
Yes. I think tomorrow morning.
Then if you have some means of concealing me, I would appreciate that I accompany you until then.
Yes, that's fine.
Very good. He gives you one solemn tap with his blunt nose as some sort of alien thank you, and it says, "Very good. Well, do what you will." It takes one more bite of Fleur's arm.
Right, we're healing Ellis.
I was gonna say, I'm still dead.
The lion was the more clear in presentation.
Yeah.
I'll quickly heal Ellis then.
Yeah.
Don't sound too happy about that.
No, I was just like, I'll quickly heal him.
Kill this fucking loser.
Right, you've got 9.
That's why the other one nearly died. How weak are you guys?
You've got 9.
Jackson, I
9.
sometimes hate you.
Sometimes?
Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes it's really hate, but...
So yeah, Samurai,
Oh, did anyone hear me?
What?
Oh no, what was that?
I said you've got 9 hit
Oh,
points now.
yeah.
Samurai, you would obviously know no animal larger than a peacock can be seen roaming the streets. So maybe a reduced spell or something of that effect would do.
Feels like he's gonna eat us in a sleep.
Yeah, Nicene Eomain is still unconscious on the sofa, but you do see as Damon's hand falls limp, the black key still clutched in his hand.
I will stand up, brush myself off, take my sword, stab it into his chest, leave it there, go down, pick the key up, remove my sword.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, Jess?
The key that he had was Nancene's. Where's his?
That is
Is
his.
it on him?
That is his.
That is his
He
key.
just took it from her.
Oh.
That's a key you came here to get.
So she was looking after it for him?
Presumably
Probably
not,
didn't
because
know.
she's lying half dead on the
He
sofa.
came here to kill everyone to get that key by force. Because he wants the key.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so who took the key? Was it you, Eartha?
Yeah.
I presume. So what are you guys doing? Obviously, you don't know anything about it until it's been identified. Or something like that.
I'm not gonna put it into the bag of holding. I'm gonna put it into an actual pouch on my side, because I'm too afraid to leave it in the bag of holding. Just because I know how a bag of holding works, where the pocket dimension is somewhere in the ethereal plane and people can go to it and steal from it. So I'd prefer to keep the key on me rather than somewhere people can get access to it until we figure out how to destroy it.
Okay. Yeah, someone.
I'll pull Abba out of Damon's ear. Just pull him, get him back, like, you know, like just rustling, like within the feathers of my hand. He's small enough to just kind of like fit right in there. He's a tiny creature. Wait for Jade to get up, and I'll say, you hold on there for now. About the key. But give it to me when we get back, and I'll identify it. What are we going to do about the lion? We know there can't be big animals out here.
Reduce the size of them. If you can't be big, just make them smaller.
I can't.
You can't.
I don't have any spell slots.
Did I see like a cart or anything when we were coming in?
Not in Mannerborn, no.
I'll turn to the lion. Do you mind staying here for the night? And we'll come get you in the morning. Just, we can't get you from one place to the other without getting in trouble.
He gives you a strange look, and he looks around and says, "You're telling me nobody lives here?"
Well, you just killed everyone who lives here.
No. Oh, spare the
No.
dying and unseen.
Yeah, sure.
The
The rest of the family isn't here.
No, fair enough.
But everyone else in the portraits, the mother, father, 3 other siblings.
Right. Let me check around and we'll figure it out.
Actually, can I cure wounds, Nancy, and actually wake her up?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you kind of like, she's already laying on the couch unconscious basically, but you kind of lean her head against the pillow so she's more comfortable, and then cast Cure Wounds. And after a few moments, she's just kind of like staring. She has very hollow eyes, very kind of pointed features, kind of long brownish blonde hair, kind of somewhat gaunt cheeks, kind of very, very thin, she's about late 20s, early 30s. And she's just kind of looking at you warily as she kind of blinks back to consciousness.
We need to talk.
She kind of sits herself up. She looks around and immediately just like yaks on the floor beside the sofa. She doesn't look against talking. She just doesn't look like she's gonna start it off by any means.
Where'd you get the key?
It's a family heirloom. Where is it? Where's the key?
Dunno. Wasn't
Make
in
a
his hat.
perception check.
Shit.
You've got the blackmail, Alice.
Not on her.
Yeah, but it's her family, Alice. You could.
They
bring them
told
all
me
out.
specifically don't tell her. But that is an unnatural 20. I got an 18 plus 2.
And after 20, she just said, "That bastard with the And then she like looks at Damon on the floor. But he had it.
He did.
He had it. Where is it?
We don't know. That's what.
She uses your shoulder to lift herself up, and she oh! And she like lowers herself back into the sofa completely. She's covered in head to toe from bruises. Like she is not a combatant. Like whatever that ability with the arm she was displaying was probably from the key. She looks very badly injured. She can't normally go toe to toe with someone like Damon, and she looks quite wounded.
Can I say, Ed? What's so special about this key? Why did he want it?
It's a family heirloom. I presume he was a thief or a brigand or something like that.
Follow us.
How could you do that? We walked upstairs to try and help, and we saw you with like this black tar arm thing.
I don't remember any of that. Where's the key? One of you must have the key. Which one of you has 8?
Did you leave? Came here alone.
What? Of course he did. I was fighting him for...
Yeah, we fought before as well. We thought he was alone then. And then, funnily enough, out of the blue comes an Air Genasi. If you haven't realised,
Dark
all your
elves.
windows are shattered,
All
and she can
sorts.
fly.
Well, I haven't seen anyone like that. The only friend he brought is now your friend.
Acquaintance.
The lion does not care to kill you, at least.
I was going to say he's eating your other friend.
Acquaintance.
Well, acquaintance.
Well, she kind of goes to stand again and this time levies herself. It seems like I don't want to be acquaintances with you, so I'm going to go find the watch. I thank you for saving my life, but I suggest none of you be here when they arrive.
Not a problem.
Yes.
For your
Can
own
I-
sakes, not mine.
Can I quickly check them vials he had?
The scrolls.
Used
Scrolls.
were they scrolls of? But does he have any more? You said there was a couple of pouches.
Yeah, there's two more. Two more
Can I
unused.
grab them?
Yeah, so there's two scrolls. There's his spear. There's the key. There's his scale mail. Yeah, that's kind of rummaging through his stuff. That's everything he has on.
Do you want to just put him in the
Should
bag
just
of holding
grab-
and just search it when we get back?
No, I'm gonna just quickly grab the armor off, grab the spear, grab the scrolls. I'll keep the scrolls on me, put the rest in the bag of holding.
Right, so
Oh, yeah, you're just gonna do identify when you're back somewhere safe.
Yeah.
So what are you doing about the lie?
Dear Nancy, you know, you did just save your life. Any help with this lion? We need to get him out of the city.
That lion took a chunk out of me. Why do you think I'm going to harbor it?
I didn't ask you to harbor it. I don't want it to stay here. And if you don't help me get it out of here, it's going to be here.
Make a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage because it's sound logic?
Well, I don't know what you mean by
I don't need
help
it.
you
I got
get
a
it out
nat-
of here.
20. I got a nat 20, so.
I suppose he can. We have a cellar. He can stay in the cellar overnight. There was a new room found. I mean, he could stay in there overnight, and you could collect him tomorrow.
Yes, that's great, thank you. I'm leaving. I can't be asked anymore.
Very good. I'll leave word with the steward that you're to be expected. Oh, I'm going to bed. Oh no, I need to get the watch. I'm going to get the watch, and I'm going to bed. And she just starts marching off down the hallway. I'm guessing you guys are just the lion will follow you down and then trump off to the
Yeah.
cellar. Are you guys just booking it back to the elf song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You know, we can just quickly wrap this up if you want to. We can just assume you guys are in that private booth in the one of the bedrooms. Do you want to cast identify and everything?
Yes. Do
Then
it
I'll drop.
ritually because I still don't have the owl.
Especially on the key.
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing I've just sent to you guys is the spear. The second thing, ignore the name. That's just the first key you found. Is the key, and the armor appears to be non-magical, but it is scale mail. And with that, you guys kind of collapsed in the elf song, recuperating. We'll end that session there.